Washing, gonna find Bolu, but does get hit markers by Jez. Going up against, they're now all tied up 1-1. Theo is going to get taken down by Jazz. You can now see Jazz pushing up towards the B flag. We'll rock that 35 round. See that we have Vague pushing up incredibly far, but this should be a free kill for Theo, sure enough. With the push from the backside, finds Jazz.
Licença, Tocinha! Pofo! Botão no cofrinho do Limpes! Pofo pra cima do Delzinho! Double pofo do craque! Faz clique aí, meu chat! Você tá no YouTube, faz o clique da jogada! Tomara tá!
Um som morto.
Vou cavar cima, cava esquerda, cava esquerda.
Tem um, só tem real. Vai ter mais um.
Aí tem que botar essa
Pode ver agora, calma.
Nossa!
Hey, we've got two players left to deal with. FN 420. Oh my god, Lucky, what the hell was that? Count them out. Can't do it. Lucky is Dark Wizard. You're the only hope here, Dark Wizard. Oh my god, we've got a 2v5 that is a reality. Lydia looking for the shots. Lydia's gonna round the corner. Lydia finds one. Lydia just needs to find Lucky. Doesn't happen. We're going to another round. The most at the moment finds another one. Just an absolute demon. Moving quickest in with the side of Nova. Dave,
People see, there is one A now.
Doesn't miss twice.
Out. Oh my. Chris, he's all one. Four. Where you at, homie? I know you're in a typical sniper in this area, but right now you're a sniper. It ain't even close. Lucky. Get headshot. Cosmo, you want the smoke? Get it too, homie. We got a 1v1.
Oh my goodness, Iona! Bro, watch.
Excel's left alive. Now it's Iona looking to make this.
Yo, this girl's dirty! Aggressively push up to this degree. Lydia's able to find one. Artem, Misa coming through. What's that? Is that the Kilo? Whoa! Artemisa, the Damascus Kilo. Ooh, Kells finds one, is looking for two, but Artemisa. Yo, this girl kinda nuts with the Kilo, bro.
Yo, how are you?
I have been. Down herself on that Sparrow shot, but the Angels do maintain this P3. Oh, Brig stuff! Well, it was looking good for a minute there for the beginning of this round, but it has quickly gone in. I think you're right on the money. The arrow can push that up, finds two in the feed to start things off. Those double kills are worth a ton of points, let alone
A very happy Valentine's Day to everyone, and have a great night as well. Obviously, we're back for some more Mobile Mayhem. It feels like I was just doing this a few hours ago. Wait, that's right, chat. I was. That's right. I'm, as always, Verdict. This lovely being sitting next to me is Gilmania. You know how we do it here in Mobile Mayhem. We're going to get geared up for some action-packed events, and tonight is going to be a special one, just as we ended the night on a high note last week, bro. I think we picked that same energy up into this first series. Gil, what do you think?
That'd be great. Definitely last week it was outstanding what we saw there at the very end. And in case you missed it, you are more than welcome to try to take a look whenever that might be available. But for starters, Verdict, we're in here, day number 6. You know, we're pretty much halfway through the season at this point, right?
Oh, I was having that conversation with Zim earlier. We were running through like the Golden Gunny of the Year award, or the season award, whatever you guys get it. It's kind of like the Heisman Watcher. You know, we're just trying to keep track of who's been popping off. And I was like, today marked like week number 4, day 6. So it's like we've still got like 5 more days left. So technically halfway through the broadcast. Last Thursday was the halfway point. But you guys get the picture, right? I mean, you know, it's halfway done, halfway started. There's still plenty of action to be had, and with the amount of talent that we've got in this North American scene, man, I think the sky's the limit when it comes to what we are expecting to see tonight.
Yeah. And talking about what we'll see tonight, I think there's also a chance for us to take a look into that, right?
Absolutely.
Jump onto it. The matches of the day. Verdict, you said it, we ended on a high note last time, and tonight, for starters, that is going to be the first of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Cygnus will face off versus Fierce. Then afterwards we're going to get some upper echelon versus 11T. Galaxia Gaming will have to fight against one of the strong ones on the season, which is Seminole. And at the very end, we're going to have XI versus Simplicity. Verdict, what are your takes on the first match of the night?
I think tonight is definitely going to be a high note. I think first matchup, second matchup, tremendous amount of potential for a series to go the distance. Upper Echelon is one of those teams that, you know, still hasn't really reached their peak yet, and Team 11E is on the back burner of getting beat last week by Luminosity Gaming. I don't know why I drew a blank there. I literally froze. I'm glad my camera wasn't on, because if it was on, they were like, damn, Verdict just like got disconnected in real life. No, I literally had one of those old folks moments. I was trying to remember who they played Thursday. I want to say it was Centurion, and Centurion put in work, didn't they?
Last Thursday it was 11T and Centurion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did Centurion win that series?
Yes, 2-0.
2-0. Oh yeah, they're on the back burners. Are getting beat twice in a row. This is a bounce back week for them, and Upper Echelon might be able to take advantage of that. And then we get into our third series, and I think that's where it goes south for a little bit, as Seminole has really stepped up and showed how tremendous they have accommodated to their roster changes and how flexible they can be when making those changes mid-season. And then we get into some heat for Centurion and Infinite Simplicity. I think that's going to be the marquee match of the night. 2 teams on the rise. Infinite Simplicity might be the 3rd best team in NA, and it's close, maybe even 2nd, depending on what day we see them on. But I think that Centurion team could give them a run for their money too.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to have 2 teams that are trying to secure their spot on the playoffs, as Fierce and Cygnus are. Of course, 11T and Upper Echelon just fighting for those last numbers at the end. But as you mentioned, I definitely feel like XI and Infinite Simplicity is going to bring a lot of sparks, a lot of really fire performance from the 2 of them. And it's gonna be interesting for me to see those 2 at the end of the day. Like as you mentioned, we're pretty much halfway there. A day more, a day less, it's pretty much the same. But teams have to start worrying about securing their top positionings on the top 6 in order to get to the playoffs, right?
No, you're absolutely right. I'm glad you brought that up. I had this team standings ready on standby just to run through them. Luminosity at the top, 75 points right now. That's in jeopardy as they have the day off. Seminole do not. Might be able to edge the competition out and picking up 20 points. Could definitely put them in the driver's seat. Cygnus Esports with 60 as well. They got a chance to put themselves up top as well. as Fierce, who is looking to potentially tie that second and maybe even a first lead for the time being. Centurion with 55 as well. Levity 35, Infinite Simplicity with 25. That's a hefty 25, man. I'm going to be honest with you. 5 of those points probably account for a majority of what the rest of the regular teams could not do at all this season so far, and that's beat LG, right? So those 5 points are massive. Mobility with 20, UE with 10, and Galaxia Gaming with 5. Less about those standings, more about what we got at hand. Let's take a look. The teams are ready to rock and roll. We'll run through the best of 3 real quick.
Best of 3 for Freezing Sickness, you said, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, alright. Well, that is going to be a hard one on Takeoff. Search and Destroy on Raid, and a potential third one off Control on Slums. The bans, surprisingly enough, to me at least, are from Cygnus, Firing Range, and Summit. Why do I say surprising? Because I was mentioning this to Verdict earlier. It seems like Standoff, which has been ultimately either picked or banned for the last couple of weeks, on the first match here, is nowhere to be found.
You're absolutely right. I was taking a look at chat. Someone said, man, you guys are giving Seminole the easy run. Bro, I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but kind of clueless. This is literally a round robin. Everybody faces off everybody in the regular season, right? League play is everybody faces off, you know, their opponents on each respective day. Obviously, their schedule will come where they'll face off against somebody that's not Galaxia Gaming, but less about that. I'm sorry to get consumed in what chat has to bring to the table. Obviously, they did not do their homework. We're going to be doing our homework here in Takeoff. Cygnus looking to close the gap, secure a #1 spot. Obviously, we've got Seminole who's trying to do the same thing, who's going to get the better of this one now, as it's all about ringside here in the P1 site. Going to be open for business here as I'm on board with Cygnus off the bat. They've got the bad side of the spawns as they speed things up now, as Spade's going to be able to hop the hill first. Hasn't popped open quite yet. A little bit of map control there for Dietrich and Kimwax, but we did see Dietrich go down. Kimwax is holding down the fort on Secret. Rehan's up top. Big 2-piece if he can get it. Can't quite get it there, but is content with taking out CODM. So round and round we go here on the roundabout in the ringside affair. And so far, so good for the map control over for Cygnus.
That's right, Cygnus. I feel like they've been improving a lot more throughout the past couple of days, and well, as you mentioned, they will try to continue to roll the enemy's world. I think they've gotten like 2 O's for the past 2 or 3 days, so they are definitely trying to follow through with that same amount of momentum. But of course, Fierce, a team in need of securing their own roles, are going to be doing the exact same thing as Cygnus are right now. As you mentioned, the slight lead will continue to be in favor of Cygnus, about 30 points to only 6 on the side of Fierce. Now moving on to point number 2, the rotation is going to be earlier on the hands of Fierce. Inside of it, let me check who's that. That's Revival on top of Yellow. Just looking at a distance, gonna find a few enemies, but initial hold is still in favor of Fierce. Revival already because will be spotted by Fades. And now I'm also taking a look onto the kills. I feel like they are pretty even on the 2 teams, but the control has been just slightly more in favor of Cygnus here.
Yeah, slightly more in favor, and obviously, you're talking about kills being kind of tied across the board, with the exception of this man. Kimwax putting the team on his back, 9-3, triple positive. Is going to get chopped down on the mid-side cross, but we're going to see CODM go down as well. So the contest up top is still here. Time now being collected here for Fierce, as they have struggled to get some time off this P2 and P1 connection. Big Gunny's being one on the bottom side of the staircase. Now you got to do the impossible. Hold down the fort here on the staircase, as well as make that transition over the new world. Rabalo and Space have already done this secret side rotation. Space is the only person here to contest, and he's going to get dropped. Kimwax up top. Nowhere to get the trade. Space, unbeknowing of what's up top, there it goes to Sparrow. Kimwax shutting down the rotation, but he is going to be swarmed here in a moment. I think he knows it. Needs to wait for the cavalry, and Cygnus open it up with the first initial advantage, but they need to take care of those spots. There it goes. Satio finally does the deed. Call-out's been heard from Kimwax. He's free to roam here with this Sparrow.
Did we mention the fact that Irving is back on Cygnus?
Not yet.
I feel like Oh my goodness, I feel like this player has been in and out of Cygnus for a little long by this point. And well, he's not doing too bad, you know, right now 7 kills for him now with the claw. Will find the 8th one by eliminating Revival, then turns around, goes for the double, but that's not going to be the case against Rehan. Rehan now going for the retake, takes the double, goes for the triple, but Tio's going to say no to that fight. Continuing to be inside of the kill, the next one to try to get inside was Revival, but Teamworks going to make him pay the same price that his allies got as well. Teamworks also one of those players improving by the games they played, and Kimo's getting better and better by each week. In here, the rotation is going to be really effective on the side of Cygnus. I think the first ones to be there are going to be them. There's going to be Space trying to break through that rotation. Not going to be possible. The other one is T-Bag. T-Bag getting inside and quickly being eliminated, but behind him there's CODM. Nope, bites the dust as well. Revival tries to fight. No, getting taken down. Verdict. Time after time, we see the side of Fierce trying to get any sort of control, any sort of actual moments inside of the heel. Cygnus are not allowing them to do that as they approach the triple-digit mark, already onto 100 points, and a 60 points gap in the middle of them. It is getting more and more difficult for Fierce to actually gain some traction in this game.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a good job of contesting, but at some point, you got to find a way to get the brute force injury and clear these hills off right there. Rehan trying to go big here with the claw is going to be good for 2. Actually, Space is going to be able to get 2 as well. And that might be the time they need. 15 seconds. The most time being collected here so far for Fierce in this takeoff hardpoint. It's going to be desperately needed now. Everyone gang trying to get something done on the flank. Space shuts him down in mid-blood. Now as we see the contest is starting to come through, but it's not enough to prolong. The gap is being bridged here in Fierce. Right back in it. Only down by about 30 rolling into the new. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. I think 40 was more realistic of a number, but you got to find a way to turn a new leaf getting on this point here. P1, obviously not going to be your best bet, but hey, if you can get the kills to go along with some hill time, you can't go wrong with that, right? TAC 5 is going to be popped. And we are going to see Fear start to make this comeback now. No contester signed for Cygnus, so they're just got to be tossing a blender themselves. So anything can happen here in this matchup. Right now, we had a hefty lead rolling into P4. That's all but gone, Cygnus. Tell me you got something left in the tank here.
Yeah, it took them a long while, but they're finally gaining the control that they were hoping for. As right now, they are only losing by about 10 seconds, and they are still having some clean control inside of the hill. Tio will try to change that, but that's still not going to be possible. If I continuing 10 more seconds inside of that hill, close to it, there's Rehan. He's like, you know what? If Cygnus does not want to take it, I, of course, do. While at the same time, his allies are already rotating onto point number 2, doing a great job at keeping enemies outside of the hill throughout the majority of point number 1, and also doing pretty much the same at the last set of point number 4. Now, they're the ones with the certain amount of control. I'm looking at Space with already 23 kills, but there's also Rehan. These two players have been doing tremendously so far this game, and they are continuing to cause more and more trouble on the side of Cygnus. As we mentioned, they had a lot of control on the side of Cygnus, but they lost it. They got not as close of a lead, of a strong way of playing as they did before. Finally, they're gonna go with a breakthrough, and there's still 30 seconds left. That is gonna be a good time, but let's see if they can actually get inside, but that's not going to be the case. Their retake pretty much happening immediately inside of the hill. T-Bag doing an insane amount of job already with over a minute inside of the hill for the squad. Doing a great job. And Verdict, as we're pretty much halfway through this game, I wanted to ask you, what about us doing a quick listening for the first time tonight?
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump in with Cygnus. Right now, they got the rotation over the new. They need it. I mean, they need it desperately in order to get back into this, as they've kind of sold the lead. 20 points down. Let's go ahead and dive in. Comms of Cygnus.
Top blue Ani, no le pique, no le pique.
Muerto, doble,
Muerto Nani. Ok, ya, está en la presión. Amarillo, P1.
Buena Irving.
¿Necesita ayuda?
Pigón muerto.
Ven, top, Irving.
Otro top rojo,
Vivo, amarillo.
¡Ey, top rojo! Puri!
Tienen Gary. Tienen tag.
Ya, me falta poco.
Amarillo para Secret. Amarillo.
Secret.
Sigue, estoy viendo Secret.
Entró uno, está médico entrando, aquí a la izquierda.
Pone médico.
Muerto, llega
Viene médico 2.
Top rojo.
Voy next.
Otro mid.
Okay, it is intense. We got ourselves a bloody showdown. And Gale Cygnus reeling it back in now, but the last little bit of trickle time is not going to be for free. Space there to get some bodies as well as some hill time. Things are starting to get a little bit more close after that P3 rotation. Comms were absolutely superior, too.
I like the way that Tatio was waiting for everybody to start rotating, took a double kill, and also almost got the next one. And yeah, I definitely gotta agree the callouts were definitely there. The use of the Tag 5 used to perfection in favor of Cygnus, making sure that they got the initial hold. No one on the side of Fierce being capable of getting inside. But now, ladies and gentlemen, the second wave about to come up front in here. Space trying to get inside. No, taking down. The next one is gonna be Rehan down as well. The third one is Revalo here. Revalo trying to get here some sort of control. 173 in favor of Cygnus, 160 for Fierce. Revalo trying to get inside, will not be able to pull through. Kimworks with a Sparrow, but eventually he also gets taken down. Cygnus trying to regain the control. The Tio inside of the hill will be taken apart by Revalo. Man, this game is getting more and more spicy. We were talking about a huge lead in favor of Cygnus. Then Fierce with a control back into Cygnus, back into Fierce. There's no way to actually know what's gonna happen in here tonight, and I'm loving it already.
I'm loving it too. I gotta say, Kim Wax kind of sold on that second set of hills. I think he was at one point like 17 and 26. He's rode it back in though, big time, 27 to 34 as he gets chopped down space. Back on his big boy gaming right now. 176, 176 is a dead even tie. We've got ourselves a matchup here in series number 1 of the night, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and do our due diligence right now. We got a chance to listen in Cygnus. Let's go ahead and dive in with the comms of Fierce to see how they're sounding.
Just one side and one top.
Dead. That's 2. Pick it up.
Get on it. Just rush on it.
What's top blue? That's 3.
What's top blue?
I'm low. There's 2 front blue in front of blue.
Hey, watch the beat.
That's another one.
Doubles. There's 2 doubles pushing down. 2 doubles pushing down construction right now.
It's one tap, construction. Literally one tap.
Hey, one rotating no.
Nice. We have your toppy too.
Yeah,
I have it. Go. Lead me.
They're going block. Deep window. They're trying to go for spawn. They're trying to play for a ticket.
Alright, one shot. Just one more ticket. Deep ticket. He's all the way health.
You're all the way health?
Yeah, health. Dead. I got him.
Nice.
Irving, so bad. God.
Alright, play for a ticket.
Boy, oh boy, those last words. Those fight words. Gil, I mean, we were just talking about Irving making his way back in. God, I mean, hey, let the man take a chance.
If I'm being truly honest with you, I don't think
he's not doing bad.
Irving not doing so bad for his bad game into the competitive scene right now with 27-28 as he eventually buzzed the dust by the hands of Space. But I feel like that was the sort of comment that you make whenever you get a really good kill into one of your opponents, right?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, it's been really good kills coming through, and it's Fierce. Looking fierce as hell, but the contest is still here for the top side. Rehan, absolute. He's going to double back to the bottom side of the stairs, and Godhead, he's going to be played here by Space. It's a dumpster and a dream here for Fierce now, as they've made the comeback. They've taken a lead. All they need to do is seal it out. Won't be able to close it out here on this P2 staircase, and it's a scramble over to P3. All is lost here, as your opponents are literally going to be tasting a victory after this little bit of scrap time coming through. 238, 194. Need to be flawless here for Cygnus. As they got the early setup, will they be able to hold the bag here and remain alive in this hard point?
And pretty much inside of the hill, we're going to have none other than Irving. Irving will have the initial hold now, taking out that claw again. Keep an eye open for Irving, already with 30, going from 31. Gonna take it, turns around, goes for 32, but no. There's the gloves from Space, the control for Fierce. You said it. Cygnus needed to be perfect, but Fierce is saying completely no to that. No shot, no times in favor of Cygnus, as Fierce will secure those last 12 seconds that they were lacking of previously to this hill. Ladies and gentlemen, Fierce doing an outstanding job. And pretty much not getting down from the first, I want to say, 3 hills where Cygnus dominated. But after that, it was just a back and forth kind of deal, with them always having a small gap in between one another. Fierce are gonna end up with a 52 lead. But this game was definitely super close.
It was super close, and I think the nail in the coffin there was, I thought it was Taco Tuesday. I didn't know we were eating boxing gloves for dinner, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, Space coming through and shut down that claw. What better way to get up close and personal with your competition? Tremendous plays and the shutdowns. I mean, it was everything utility-wise being thrown out and just absolutely going to waste. Fierce cut him in half. They chop him up. They throw him in the gutter. 45-29 for space. It's no joke. Raballo, man, put him 1 minute and 45 on the hill. Absolutely beast of a performance from him as well. As we talked about Rihan earlier, he did not slow down either. 45-29. They were feasting for this game to be so close all the way up into that P2 to P3 connection. It wasn't really that close in the kills. As a matter of fact, Zygnus got bodied. They got worked. They got Tysoned.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, when I'm saying that Cygnus had that lead, I think I also mentioned the fact that the kills were sort of similar, but the control was in favor of Cygnus of the kills. I think once Fierce was able to figure that out about how to properly secure the heals with the kills that they were getting, it was just in a way game over for Cygnus, because not only were they now losing by the kills as you mentioned, but also the control itself on the kills. So it was just really complicated for them. And also I wanted to add, it kind of surprised me to see Spades all the way to the bottom. You know, I feel like Spades has been also one of those additions to Cygnus that was being a key part of a lot of the success for them in the past. And not to take away anything from, for example, Tio, who boy got 45 kills. He was the one with the most kills this game, I think. Oh, he was tied up with a couple
with
more.
Two others, yeah. Oh gosh.
Spades just struggling like no other at this game, and I definitely feel like that was one of the parts of Cygnus not being able to actually end up with the dub. But that was only game one, ladies and gentlemen.
That was only game one, and obviously, when we're looking at the grand scheme of things, the Cygnus team that we've ranted and raved about for the past few weeks, it's not the same team. Obviously, you're still trying to get things worked out. We haven't seen Irving in quite a while. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've seen Irving since before Stage 4 last year, bro. It's been that long. So, for him to not do as bad as everyone thought he was going to do, like, I'm looking at stat line, he did significantly better than Spades, who has clicked all season long. I mean, he has been, without a shadow of doubt, one of the better Cygnus players to watch, right? That wasn't the case here in this matchup, and I think it's a lot of synergy loss. And, you know, you take a look at Kim Wax, who he was 13-3 at the beginning, or 9-3. I can't remember. He was cooking.
Something like that.
Slowed down tremendously at the end, too. So something's got to give. The comms were there. They sounded positive. They, you know, overall vibe check passed. Just got to get on top of that objective, and they just, I guess, not need to be in position to get boxed out like they were when they popped all their operators. That was just tough.
Yeah. And I just find it interesting always. I've mentioned this. The second I say that, I feel like Cygnus is already sort of securing a roster that they are looking comfortable with. There's another change. This time is going to be Irving. It's just so funny to me in a sense that at some point Tio has been quote-unquote out of competitive. I can say the same about Kimwak, saying we're no longer playing competitive. Irving has done it in the past. Amboy right now is in the mixture of if he wants to continue or not. At some point, usually most of the players on Cygnus do come back into it, but you never know. That happened with S-Dog as well. I feel like the only one that I could see here that it has not happened for Cygnus is Spades. That's because it's the first time I've seen Spades on Cygnus. So, man, it's just interesting to me how interesting the situation could be for the Cygnus roster overall, and how consistently they just rotate one or more players throughout season to season.
All right, fitting those pieces into the puzzle. Obviously, right now, I'm gonna be honest with you. That puzzle might be chalked, homie. That puzzle might be, you know, missing a few pieces. That puzzle might be one of those ones that I saw on Twitter the other day where it's literally just a bunch of dogs pooping on the ground. Obviously, that's not what I'm saying about Zygnus, but you guys get the picture, right? Got to find something that works here. Obviously, this is Roster Mania, so you still got a little bit more time. Off to raid we go now as we're heading over for game number 2. You already saw the map preview. You already saw the trailer. Right now, it's first 6 rounds. It's all Fierce on the attack, and Zygnus, they're content with holding the push. 2-1-2 style. Look at it. Defense looking pretty impeccable. It's Tio holding down the mid lane. There are plenty of fierce players looking to take him down on the flip side of things. As Dietrich opening up with first blood. We all know how well he plays on this map. 2 through the smoke, making a double kill. That was epic. Right now, he's going to be in a little bit of trouble as Teabag's going to be able to collect a bounty on his head. With that being said, 1-for-1 trades, make it 2-for-1. Raballo going to be able to give the upper hand to Fierce. We might be seeing a little bit of a spoiled milk here for Zygnus. Oh, boy.
The collective push onto Kimwax, try to fight back, but Rehan with that snipe is going to be too clean now. Coming from behind, there was Irving Rehan yet again. Double kill for him so far this round. Spades already has been located. T-Bag is going in for that kill. The bomb's already down. 4 players still alive. He has no clue what's coming his way. There was 3 players rushing for that kill. They were all so bloodthirsty. You could see it in their eyes. They were just there to take that kill, and they did. The round going in favor of Fierce. Round 1 going their way, although the initial kill was in favor of Cygnus. They were just not able to capitalize on said kill. Petri had a great snipe, but then after that, I felt like I didn't quite like the nade that he threw because it compromised his own positioning, and eventually that got him killed at the end. But, you know, new round, new me for every player here on game number 2. With the addition, of course, that Fierce are already 1-0 lead in their way, and all they need is one more victory here tonight to end up with a dub. Now pushing forward with the bomb. I was going to say CODM, but T-Vac going to be executed by Tatillo. As I mentioned, with the bomb, there's CODM. CODM going to the sniper nest. Pushing forward, going to find Tatillo, missing the first 2 shots.
No,
as the
no
third
way.
one, Tatillo turns around. That flick was flawless. Irving with another kill. Spades going to be the trade. Not going to be enough. Space is taken down. Kimwax with the double, and that's a clean round now for Cygnus, but it all happened so quickly, and I feel like a big part of that was both that double kill for Tatillo and that rotation from across the map for Kimwax.
No, that wasn't. Code,
there.
literally, I mean, that round was jumping. They just chalked that round. You just chucking yourself up at the top side of Sniper's Perch. That bomb is dropped in no man's land. There's no way you were able to bounce back and recover. Right now, it's the payoff round. 1-for-1 we go. Irving gang, Spades, they're here to play. Spades gets the 2-piece. And yet again, it's Fierce who are struggling to get anything going here in the attacking rounds. 2v5 situation. Rehan got sights on Spades, but I mean, little does he know, there's 3 players there just waiting for him to make one wrong move. And then we got Dietrich on the back line. This is, I mean, fight your way out of a, you know, just devastating situation. It's not happening. Minute 15 left to go. Bomb is all the way down at the A site. Zygnus have this one wrapped up. Put a bow tie on it. 2-1. Back-to-back dominant rounds here for Zygnus. And Fierce, back to the drawing boards. Those 2 rounds, the second one looked real bad. That last one, I mean, obviously you're going to have a little bit of kills or, you know, opportunities where you could improve on, but that second round was disgusting. Just not good for Fierce. That third round, a little better, just same result.
Yeah, and I feel like they are not... Actually, I think in between the 2 last rounds, they only got a single kill.
Yeah, it's
now
tough.
that I'm looking at the numbers, so... they got to change something, and I feel like they did, you know? This time around, they are going to be taking even more time from the beginning of the round to think about their next move. Is still not going to work out, clearly, as T-Bag gets spotted by Deadtree to find his 3rd blood. Now, from the side of Money, there's Tatillo in the middle of Money and Kitchen, just checking the middle and the pool side, just waiting for someone to walk by. Not going to get any audio cues just yet. To his right side, the one over there is Space. Space walking forward with a Locust. Space with a Locust pushing forward. We'll find the first enemy. Sees the bullets flying by. Lands the shot onto the deal, but there's the retake by Deadtree. Deadtree then gets spotted by CODM. 2-for-2 trades happening pretty much immediately. The only one defending is going to be Space. Space takes 1, but it gets dropped as well. The 1-for-1 trades. No clear advantage for any of the 2, but the bomb could be planted, and that's exactly what Raval was doing. Now pushing from behind. Once again, there's Kimwax. Kimwax in the fight. Rehan takes the kill. Rehan cooking the nade. Let's see if he can get it. Oh, he misses the nade. It pushes out with a Holger. Not going to spot absolutely anyone. They are dividing themselves on a situation where Kimwax is just not going to feel comfortable here. He does do a little bit of damage. Still not going to be enough. Immediately, they go retreat back. He changes the way that he's pushing completely, and that could shake up the opponents in here, but that was not the right timing for him to take out the Cali sticks. And well, that was a perfect opportunity for Fierce to clutch that round. Verdict. We were complaining about no kills for Fierce. But then,
Great, hey.
then they get their own 5.
Yeah, great bounce back round. You love to see it. I mean, the 2v2 was great. Rihan gets a big kill on the front side, and then on the back side, you had Rabalo, who collapsed immediately upon the pull bar. Obviously, he was just there for insurance at the cost, but reads the rotation like a book. Now, as we saw the last kill come through, T-Bag opens up a first blood, but he is traded instantly. Not going to get pushed, though, as Kimwax has done the deed and fall back now. The hit is over at the A site. Bomb has made its way all the way towards mid. Cody, not in a little bit of a rush to get this bomb towards the site. They're counting their kills now. Space trying to get anything he can through the walls, but it ain't happening here. Great setup here on the defense, though. You got Spades. You've got Kimwax. They're holding down the A4. Rihan creeping on the backside could cause some problems. We'll see how Irvin handles it. Is the gang here in strong and full in force, or are they going to get flopped? Back-to-back rounds. Nade's going to get chucked. Irvin gang on the outskirts here. Nade is going to get a hit. I don't think it does. Nothing. And right now, they are stuck here on the outsides of A. And with the flank coming through for Kimwax, this might be a problem. They need to make this push happen ASAP.
Irving decides to push forward and takes the kill onto CODM. That is going to be a lot like you mentioned, but Kimwax from behind. Keep an eye open for my boy Kimwax. He's got a spot in space, completely unaware of his presence. Takes one, makes it. No, not going to make it a 2. Rihan quickly realizing that there was someone from behind, turns around and with a flick takes that kill onto Kimwax. But there's only 22 seconds left. Another kill are going to happen right now. Spades with the double to clean that round at the end. They try to brute force their way through that A side, but Cygnus would just not give in. They would not. They were just pretty much building up a wall that was impenetrable on the side of Fierce. They tried and tried and tried, sending more and more and more players, but they could not do it. And the final standing there for Spades will lead up to 5 kills for him. Now, a lot of aggression coming down from the side of Fierce, yet again changing their strategy, throwing a bomb here by CODM, not gonna land onto anybody, does not realize, oh, Ravalo, the collective push this time does work out, 2 kills immediately going their way. From the back, there's the opportunity for a little bit of surprise for Cygnus if they get here on time, but the defense is gonna be too strong now for Fierce.
No, you're absolutely right, and then look at T-Bag. T-Bag's just literally on an island lurking all the way in Zig. We'll see if he can go big. Maybe not even needed. Space going to be able to open up with one there. Rihan going to be able to find the second. Titio's last man standing. Rihan with the quick scope. It's the 2-piece. It's the tie. As we flip sides. 3 rounds successful on the attack. Well, guess what? You get to do it on the defense. Cygnus started strong in this matchup so far in the Search and Destroy. But Fierce finding little bits of diamonds here in the rough. Takes to an equal matchup now as we flip sides. Now the hit's coming through. It's going to be on the middle of the map. P5 to be exact now. Mid-map control and pillars. All of Cygnus's. They found the cushion. Here comes the push. And T-Bag finally shuts down that player and the bomb is down. So it was looking like something that could go really, really south quick. T-Bag able to maintain the damage to a minimal. And look at Space. Space is literally just running circles around kids. Kimwax finally takes him up. And that's the equalizer, but the bomb's down. It's Cygnus trying to formulate a strategy to get it back in their hands.
You know, I would have liked that Titius push through mid more if it wasn't for the fact that he was holding the bomb, you know?
Yeah.
Now that bomb is completely compromised on no man's land for Cygnus. They've lost 3 members. They've only taken 2, so they're in a player's disadvantage. But as I mentioned, that bomb being there is definitely going to hurt the team a lot on the side of Cygnus. Let's see how they try to approach this. Kimwax with a Holger and Spades using that CVR. Kimwax getting on to the red room. Trying to shoot through the wall. Not going to spot anyone in here. Absolutely no one to get the kill with. DLQ now in hand. Okay. Tries to land a shot at a distance. Let's see if he can. No one to be spotted. Oh, but he himself gets taken down. Verdict. This is a 1v3. Spades is completely alone. Only 25 seconds. And I feel like It
Yeah.
was just the downhill from that kill out to Tio, absolutely,
yeah.
because he broke the flow of Cygnus in here. Yeah, Spades takes one, but there's still two more. Tries to go for one, but it was
It
pretty
ain't
much
happening.
unreasonable to think that he was going to be able to make something like that. But, man, initial mistake that hurt him like a truck, but that was only round one on the second half.
No, you hit it right on the head. You said, you know, you love the approach there from Tio. Maybe if he is not so much of a liability with that bomb in hand, it would have been a better play. Obviously, we saw him go down, and then the round kind of crumble after that now as we try to play for the regain. Here is another B-side hit. This time they're not going through mid. They're not playing games. They want the ring. They want the full approach. Rihan! And is that a collateral, chat? I have no idea. I wasn't spectating him. He has been on one right now. I can't take my eyes off of him. And just like that, he dies and the round ends. 2 rounds rock solid there for the side of Fierce. They have been battling it out in the trenches here in this search and destroy, but a little bit of resemblance in that hard point where they kind of started a little slow, and then they sped up real quick, and then by the end of the game, you were just like, is that game even close? How was it even close? We had 2 players with 45 kills, and it was a 52-point game. Well, I mean, things happen. Right now, things are happening here for Cygnus. Is they're getting a little bit of those gunnies going in their favor. 2 players left standing in the 4v2. Bomb. Not in a compromised position this time. It's Kimwax. He's responsible. Gonna get some target practice on the trophy system, but more so less. The last 2 players are literally in their spawn holding hands in the rocks. And either side, you pick it, it's yours. So you've got clearance with Spades on B, and I think that's where the intel's gonna go. We've got the clearance. Go ahead and get the laundry control. Keep the damage to a minimal. CODM right here flirting with disaster. I mean, looking for the action. It was right there in your ear hole, homie. Very unfortunate. Space now left alive in a 1v4. Minute 10 on the clock. This bomb still not down, which I'm not upset with. I mean, play TDM. If you get the kill, you get the kill. But kind of I mean, there's no force of your opponent's hands if you don't get that bomb plant down. They're making the long stroll. Literally like a walk in the park. They're taking a long route kill. They obviously don't. I mean, if you... There's no sense of urgency in that. This is a round that's going to go in their favor, but a lot of time wasted.
Yeah, it just feels like they've lost their like I mentioned earlier, their flow in a way. Yeah, as you mentioned, in this one before, is going to be near impossible for Spades to clutch it up. He's doing the snake, though, but there's too many players up close. The second he tries to go for that ninja diffuse, which I feel like is reasonable, you know? I feel like that was his smart move. Although he gets taken down, yeah.
Golf clap. Golf clap, everybody. Everybody, just a golf clap. Like, hey, you know what? That's the best case scenario. He gets that diffuse. There's no way you're winning a 1v4, winning the gunfight.
I mean, if Kimwax wasn't there, that was...
No, that would have went through. That would have been easy. Easy. That would have been for the free ski. All right.
But yeah, I just let's see. They are trying to push forward. Space is gonna take the first blood as he tries to defend. Finds the double. Space still alive. Takes the triple. Space looking for
Space.
Space going for the ace. Only one more player alive. That is going to be Netri. Netri hiding behind. Let him take it. Let him take it home.
There it
Space
goes.
is
Damn.
gonna make it happen.
Holy hell.
Yes, and the round. This man is a machine. Oh my goodness. Oh, you can take an SKS off of a man's hand, but you cannot take this kill off of his body. My goodness, Birdie, what was that?
I don't know. How long have you been holding that SKS line? I felt like that one was premeditated, homie. Space, continue where he left off. He wants all the smoke. He's going to get it. Then pistol, though, Locust, it's better than most automatics or ARs. Right now, he's going to get shut down. And Floodgates over here at A. Bounce back round after the ace. It's down to Teabag, Raballo, and CODM. Detri's lurking. We all know it. This is an infamous spot. This is the primetime position. He is continuing to lurk. But his presence is known as he takes down Teabag. And it's all on Raballo and CODM. CODM's eating bullets left and right. Raballo's going to bite the dust. It was 1v3 style here. We might see some kills come through, but do not forget about Detri. It's not even going to come... It's not even going to have to come down to the last final boss, right? You don't even need Detri in the back lines. You don't even need the smoke. You've got the 2 in the front to shut it down, and just like that, we're bounced back. Not phased by that last round either. Space might have put on a clinic. That round's long gone.
Well, right now, Cygnus with the opportunity to try to start up the overtime OT. First blood is going to be in favor of Detri. The bomb on the hands of Kimwax, but not a clear path just yet. The T going to be spotted by CODM. And that's a call for Detri to be looking onto that ring side. Detri with a sniper, not going to spot anyone just yet. The other one also on the ring side is Irving. Irving going to find an enemy, begins to push forward, goes for that kill. Missed a lot of shots, Irving! Oh my goodness, gets taken down by T-Bag. Then in the meantime, Spades takes another one into the books by eliminating Spades. The 3-for-1 trades in favor of Fierce. One step away, one step closer from that 2-0 that they're trying to bring home. Let's see if they can take it. Berg, there's still a minute and 10 seconds on the clock. The bomb is going to be in the hands of Skimwax. Would you say this is reasonable? This is doable?
I think that the
Not
read's
too
there.
sure.
I think the read's there. They get out of dodge, and the big thing is Detri doesn't get killed in the translation. So I think that's a big thing. I think this is still a doable round. You know, you play by your guns, but right now a lot of time is being wasted on this transition. And surely enough, Kimwax is going to be able to make it over to Rops, but Codine's all the way up top. You also got a collapse here from Space, and well, surely enough, the trophy system is going to go down, but it's a day late, dollar short. Space dropped out of his socks. Kimwax, the last one to go. He's going to take one with him, but that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Search and Destroy is done. It's a 7-5. Well played from Fierce. And put the 2-0 under their belts. They have taken down Zygnus at relatively ease. I mean, that Search and Destroy started a bit rocky. Well, once they found their footing, they hit the ground running. Same with the hardpoint, bro. They got the kills to start off some of those rotations, man. It's just... This team is good. Once they get going, they're like a well-oiled machine. But it's just about getting them going. If they don't get going, bro, it's a problem.
Try the second you allow them to form a snowball, they'll try to ramp that up and get it as big as possible to a point where you just cannot stop them. But man, I'm just still thinking about that ace from Space. He was so clean, so smooth. Even each and every single kill was so well aimed and not losing pace. I'm just so sure that he was screaming at his teammates to let him take that last kill. Just let him know where the opponents were at and eventually go take that last kill. And man, that was a really, really good one. But 2-0 in favor of Fierce. We were talking about it earlier. They are, in a sense, sort of securing already their own spot on the playoffs, right?
Yeah, I mean they're manifesting their own destiny. This is the work that you've got to put in. You've got to come through and handle business when it's against teams like this. Obviously, Zygnus is no pushover team. They played them like they were pushover. I mean, you saw some of the plays they were able to get away with in the hard point. They followed up with a Search and Destroy performance. Hell, Space was literally acing. And that's not a joke. That's not a metaphor. That's literal. He dropped the 5-piece in one of those rounds. The whole team was clicking, and it's a hard team to stop once they get going, as I mentioned. That's a well-oiled machine. Try and get in front of that. You're not going to be left standing. Obviously, Zygnus isn't either. So, first series in the books. It's the 2-0 there from Fierce. We're going to get geared up for our second series of the night, which I predicted earlier is going to be another marquee matchup. It's Upper Echelon and Team 11D. We'll have more on that after this short intermission. We're going to hear a word from COD Mobile as well as Grilla. You ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Señoras y señores, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back into the Mobile Mayhem action. We're moving now on to match number 2. We're moving on to Upper Echelon versus 11T. El equipo de LATAM versus Upper Echelon. And as per usual, I'm going to be alongside with Verdict. Verdict, why don't we talk a little bit about what's at stake for these two teams?
There's a lot at stake. Right now, it's redemption for 11E. They've kind of been put in the back burners these past 2 weeks, right? The past week and a half. Tuesday and Thursday of last week was gross. You got to put it behind you. This is your turnaround series. And then for Upper Echelon, this is like, realistically speaking, the beginning to, you know, where you start like piecing. This is a game that you have to turn up. You got an opponent who is weak. I mean, you've seen them be beat. You've got plenty of VOD on what to do to take full advantage of the series. It's all about execution.
It is. So, before we start with this match, why don't we go take a look also onto what the map rotation is going to be looking like, my friend, for all of you at home. On this best of 3 between Upper Echelon and 11T, we're going to start up on Summit Hardpoint on game number 1, then moving on to Search and Destroy on Raid, and a potential third one of Control on Standoff. The map bans by Upper E is going to be Takeoff, while 11T get rid of Slums. Verdict, you mentioned that this game could be one that could take us to a third game at the beginning of the stream, right? You still think so?
You know what? I'm banking on it. This is like the downfall of 11D and then the uprise of an Upper Echelon. You got to find a silver linings, though. If you're UE, you've got to utilize what you know and what you've seen done in previous weeks. Last week was a prime example. 11D got beat to a pulp by Luminosity, and it was a close game on Thursday, but it was Centurion who took both games out from under their feet. So 11E on the back burners of a bad two days of regular season, and then UE kind of having a little bit of off time. Like, this is plenty of time for them to make something happen.
Yeah, definitely an opportunity for them to start shining brighter and brighter. And we'll see. If I'm not mistaken, 11T was with 35 points, while Upper E are with only 10. So, of course, 11T, we've talked about it, will try to... I think if they win with a 2-0, would remain on the same spot, but that is a whole lot better. And, of course, Upper Echelon are really, really far behind with only 10 points, so they are in desperate need of it. And I believe that we are all set and ready to start. As we mentioned, it is going to be Hardpoint on Summit. You know, I feel like Summit is a map that the more we go deeply into these seasons, I feel like we see it less and less on Hardpoint particularly, and more of an S&D kind of map. At least that's what I've seen. You know, would you agree?
Yeah,
with that,
I think we've seen a lot more on Control than we have anything. I think Hardpoint Summit is just one of those maps that, I mean, it doesn't matter what your skill gap is. You can always find an opportunity to get back into the game. And before we can get back into it, we're gonna double back to the lobby. No ping, no mommies, chat. Let it be known. It's only our second series of the night. We've already had the double back. And with that being said, holy hell, Drozen has just gifted half the damn lobby gifted subs. 150 tier 1 gifted subs. Drozen, my god.
Another 150?
God dang. Holy hell. I mean, I thought we were just another day at the office. Drozen says happy Valentine's Day, Vertican Go.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Holy hell.
So lovely. Sure, look at
my god. Chat is going wild right now. If you got a gifted sub from Drozen, he's the homie, okay? Make sure you thank him, okay? You gotta say at least thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, homie. My god.
Drozen is wild, man. Drozen is wild. Much love to my friend Drozen.
And all that, and I'm looking at chat, and Gon didn't get one. Of all the people here, Gon didn't get.
Gon didn't?
Poor Gon, bro.
It happens. You know?
That sucks, Gon. That sucks.
Gon. Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh my god. Big W's in the chat for Trolls and making it rain. We're about to make it hellstorm here in this for second series of the night. First game about to pop off. It had a little bit of that no ping, no mommies action, but hey, you know what? It built us up to a pretty high moment. I wouldn't be honest with you. That would have gone across my screen. I'd been like, how many gifted subs did he just make happen? And I would have been trying to scroll up and I would have missed it. So everything happens for a reason, I guess, right?
I guess it does. I guess it does. But once again, shout out to my boy Drosen. Attempt number 2 verdict. Attempt numero dos. We are back here on the snowy mountains of Summit, and on hard point between Upper E and 11T. I'm trying to take a quick glance onto the entirety of the players. I want to check if there's any surprises as we had for Irving earlier. You know, I feel like if I don't pay close enough of an attention span for these teams, I'm gonna be missing a change or two on the rosters. You know.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I think one of the ones to note is that Scott is not playing today. Just a bot is, and he's already picked up 2. So right now, perimeter control being held off, but the point is going to be evacuated. We are going to see 11 try to insert themselves in the equation. Alexei trying to hold on for dear life. He's going to be able to gun 1. He's got his teammate there as well. He's going to be able to find 3. And that's going to be the complete wipe there of this UE team now. We found 10 seconds off the rip. Right now, they're kind of struggling to get back onto the objective. Pepe trying to get back into the kills as well. Raph, the quote-unquote movement god here in NA, is going to be able to find his 3rd as well. So back and forth we go. It's a pretty close one after P1 coming out to the wire. And so far, so good for both teams. Right now, it is going to be a little bit of an upper hand in favor of 11E, but anything can happen here on a P2 rotation.
Surely anything can happen indeed. Only a second left, and now everybody's thinking about point number 2. Sonny, currently inside of it, will begin to wait with a couple of trophy assistants for his squad. First push is going to be there, done by Alexa. Alexa takes the kill onto Raph, but not the second onto Sonny. Still safe and sound for Sonny with 6 kills for himself. Turns around, takes another one onto Josh. Turns around, the help from Josabot is on match. Finally, he'll be able to take him down. And as soon as they two get taken apart, well, Shisui takes that opportunity to get inside. Shisui alongside with Alexa, but Alex gets taken down. Shisui was still alive, but not for too long after he gets spotted there by the amount of power that the side of Upper E continues to put. And a lot of similarities to what we've had in the hard point, at least from the mid game on that Cygnus versus what did I forget the name of it?
Fierce.
Cygnus versus Fierce. That's right.
Yeah. I mean, very strong similarities. What I will say is kills right now highly favoring the side of 11. As a matter of fact, they came out the gate swinging. Right now, they got the rotations over to new too. 46-45, damn near tied. Attack 5's pop for both teams. We've got a 150 to 150 health point fight off now as we see the point going to be evacuated. 11, you're going to be forced back to the spawns, and the splits is not a good sign now as Shisui coming through the rear. Trying to hit the front door. They covered all odds and ends. Guns fights being won and lost. No harm, no foul, Alexei says, as he's got the backside of the spawns, but the hill is still being occupied by UE. What can we do to close this one out? Shisui pulls out the claw, but gets shut down. Tsunami with the 2-piece, and the upper echelon have slid into this opening onto the P3 site and put up some hella numbers. As a matter of fact, they've at least got 30 points off of it. They don't have the old spawns, but they are going to go ahead and get that early rotation new. And, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I think this is a great call. You don't get spawns for new. You put your best foot into that front door. You get a clean wipe. And then on top of that, you deny at least 20 points off of that rotation. Hell of a play for Yui so far.
Yeah, hell of a play indeed. And, well, inside of the next kill, the only player I see right now is just about taken down, and Pelon finds also the kill onto Pepe. So the spawns will be in favor of Team 11T, doing a really good rotation because those spawns were not by any means helping side of Upper Echelon here. Upper E are now beginning to get the ramp up onto the opponents, doing a great job at securing immediately that area. I was talking highly about that rotation, about the control of the spawns, and that's definitely the reason why 11T are being capable to go for a retake so early. But it's getting more and more complicated in a sense that I feel like they could have juiced up that opportunity way more deeply in their favor. But the side of Upper Echelon have been so smart as to when they are pushing and how they're pushing. It could be even more and more complicated as time goes on for 11T.
No, it's been complicated. I mean, you got the spawns, but you don't have the point. That was a repeat performance there for UE, just sliding on into the objective, completely denying any time off the essential rep there for a team that made an early rotation. This was supposed to be 11 bread and butter, right? I mean, let's not get it full. It was we don't want to get it twisted. It was an early rotation there for shredded, or not shredded, but upper echelon, goddamn. But at the end, you didn't have spawns to show for it. You got to be able to win those backside gunfights. They're absolutely astronomical rolling into this P1 reset now. 15 seconds have gone by. And we're starting to see a little bit of the hell be unfolded here by both teams now. A little bit of both getting their foot on the objective. Right now, it's a full wipe off of the objective, and with that slate being cleaned, this is going to be 11 be able to hop some hill time here with 25 seconds left to go. It's a close game, Gil. This is about as close as it gets here in Summit.
Turn right now. I'm taking a look onto the overall kills, and I was mentioning that maybe there was similarity on the kills, but no shot, not whatsoever. With just about in Pepe with only 9 kills, Tsunami with 11, there's a clear gap on the kill department going in favor of 11T. But as you mentioned, that's definitely not being translated onto an actual advantage within this game. Yeah, they're finally getting some traction. They got about a 50 points lead, but that is just not enough, ladies and gentlemen. They need to actually make sure that their kills are worth something. Doesn't matter if you get 40 kills if you're not taking a single second inside of the hill. That's something that 11T have to definitely pay more close attention to. And in here, they're finally making sure that that's the case. There's the Purifier by Alexe, taking 3 kills with it. Eventually runs out of time, but it doesn't matter too much. It seems like finally they're getting the defense that they were in desperate need of. 145 to 109 in the favor of upper echelon. Alexa still alive. There's gonna be the push once again by Tsunami. Tsunami not long after is gonna be spotted by Shisui. Shisui, the player, one of the players with the most kills so far this game, 23 so far. He gets taken down, and the spawn is gonna be horrendous for him, but it doesn't matter. His satellites have already rotated onto point number 3, and if Cygnus manages to do something similar or better than when Jesus Christ, what they did on point number 2, it could be really, really detrimental to the playstyle that right now Upper Echelon are having.
Yeah, Upper Echelon, though, they're kind of struggling to get these spawns. They're doing a great job denying the points, but 11 have won over this rotation now as the operators are popped. Just at an absolute beast of a feed for him, 3 in it. Gonna be able to pop the paper plane as well as the Preddy. We're gonna go ahead and dive in. This could be astronomical. No, it's not. It's gonna be shut down. Trophy system prevails, but Just is back on his grind as he gets 4 in the feed, 5 to be exact. And Upper Echelon are kind of getting beat bloody right now. We're gonna go ahead and jump in. We're gonna hear the comms from 11 as this one's starting to get a little out of hand. We'll see if they can close it out here for the remainder of this 20 seconds and the setup for new.
Sí, váyanse, güeyes, váyanse. Let's go.
Ya estoy de nuevo, güey.
Me siguen apareciendo.
Hay uno nuevo.
Espera. Tiro uno acá, boludo.
Hay uno nuevo, Voy a tirar mi pinche dronecito.
Hay uno derecha, topa, acá a la derecha.
Van 2 rotando por niveles, Deja de jugar por kills, pelón, rota. Go.
Toca, buena. Rojo.
Uno rojo.
Ahí quédate.
Spawn, hay que ir por spawn.
Creo que lo mató el dron, güey, al spawn.
Arco una bala.
Tienen tag, güey.
Quédate atrás.
Muerto spawn, sí, estoy hasta atrás.
Hay uno, top.
Oh boy, Gil, we got ourselves a problem in paradise right now. The spoiling of the spawn. Shisui's there trying to put in God's work. He's going to get shut down. Upper Echelon, they're down, but they are not out. As you can see, the Preddy coming through is going to be able to provide a little bit of support on the outskirts of the hill. Backside of the spawn is going to be solidified here for 11, but 1, 2, 3, they all fall. That is going to be the wrap-up in security. As we start to see the battle back here for UE, and it's looking pretty good on the back end.
Right, okay, 195, 13 seconds left. The side of Operation will take those seconds. We are back, like you mentioned. We are now here on point number 1. The advantage is pretty much nothing in here on game number 1. Let's see how Shisui is the one with the claw right now, and he takes a double kill there with a nade and the CER. Still with a lot of control in the hands of 11 team. Let's see for how long. From up above, there's just about to jump from the third row, but gets quickly spotted by Pelon. Pelon's still alive. Let's see for how long. Pelon's gonna pop up that attack. 5 tries to control this area. They're looking onto the cage. Just finds a double. That's gonna be 39 kills for Just. Actually scratched that 40 for Just, the one with the most kills so far this game, shredding through the opponents on the side of Operation and not being able to fight back against this monster. Just not thinking about the OBJ itself, but thinking about how to cause more and more pain onto the opponents right now. Only 25 more seconds are needed in favor of 11 team. They can take it in here, just about. Gotta do something right now, just about trying to get inside. Alex said he's gonna say no to that, and he's going to try to give in his Tsunami. Tsunami not gonna be able to make it. The Sparrow will be popped immediately by the hands of Lucifer. Tries to go for those extra kills and takes them like it's nothing. Another double for Lucifer in here. The fight continues for Upper Echelon, but that control was definitely going to be some sort of a cherry on top for 11 as they are.
This is a copy pasta from our first series, chat. We're you know, this is all scripted. Look at the point line. It's literally about the same.
Pre-recorded, fellas.
Pre-recorded. This has already been played. We're not here. At literally 52 points is what the deficit was. Right now, it's going to be a little bit more for the side of Upper Echelon. They're going to have to head to the game number 2 down in the series as we see this one come to a wrap. 250 to 189. Chat, I don't know. You tell me. 61 points is the deficit. These games are getting close, which tells me the talent in the lobby's close. But that would also be telling you a lie, chat. I can't say that with a straight face. UE had showed significant improvement throughout the season. That game was a step back. This series is starting off on a wrong foot for them. They have been out-rotated. They have been out-held. They've been out-slayed. You can see it in the kill feed. Just was literally just doing whatever the hell he wanted. 45 and 27. Mans couldn't be stopped. Can't tell him nothing. Other than he got 9 seconds on the hill. I mean, for what it's worth, Just, you could literally sneeze and be on one of the 4 points on this map. And only 9 seconds was collected. That's quite all right. Your team won by a significant chunk. There's no need for you to fear. But Alexei coming through with a 2-minute and 56 marker, as well as Shisui, who has been just undeniably one of the better players here in this celebrity roster. They're all clicking, and that's a problem for UE. They could not figure it out.
Yeah. I feel like it was just really, really complicated for Upper Echelon because, as I mentioned, overall their strategizing onto this map, I would say that it was good. It was good on the side of Upper Echelon. The problem is, how are you supposed to execute on what you want to do if you're not getting the kills, right? Look at those numbers on the side of 11 team. You got Just with not only 45 kills verdict, but only dying 27 times. You got Alexa, as you mentioned, nearly 3 minutes inside, only dying 23 times, having really, really positive numbers. Everybody on 11T is on huge green numbers in here, and oh my goodness. How many? Jesus Christ.
Has he gifted more subs? Drozen!
I think he did.
ain't no freaking way, bro. I'm literally trying to catch up to the ones that he was... What the hell, Drozen?
I think there was another... Was that another 100?
Oh my god, bro.
I don't even know, man. Like, chat is not
Look, I can't even keep up. Chat doesn't even go back that far. Drozen, what the hell?
Yeah.
Somebody please tell me how many subs he just gifted. I'm taking a look at it right now. He's sent more gifted subs than he has almost chats. He's got 535 chats sent. He's got 498 gifted subs. I mean, he's putting his money where his mouth's at right now, and he's dead ass like doubling down on it.
More gifted than chats. Jesus.
Jeez, I mean, where they do that at, bro? Is that? Did he just gift 30 more too?
Oh, man. Honestly, I'm lost.
Look, Drozen, I want to thank you for the amount of subs that you've posted, but chat literally won't let me go back. It won't let me go back, bro.
Oh, I mean, okay. Here, Trouble says... I don't know if you remember how many subs you had before, but right now, Trouble says that you have 721.
You say what? There ain't no way I've got 721 gifted subs. It's 700 of those... No, scratch that. 680 of them. Because I remember Sylvia came through and gifted 42 in the past 2 weeks.
Oh yeah,
42
someone
of
said in
those.
chat that he was indeed 150, like
God
the most
damn.
recent ones, you know.
God! Why? Drozen! Holy hell! Somebody
Doing
get this man a
wild, man, I'm
badge.
telling
We need
you.
to send him a trophy or something. Oh, shit. Yeah,
man.
look, that's it, chat. We're gonna go ahead and end it there. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't let you. I wouldn't leave you on dry like that. Come on now. I literally put it through for a second.
man.
We're not gonna end it there, guys. Absolute legend in chat. L for all the people who didn't get sub. That's you, Leeds. You didn't get a
Right?
sub, bro.
Imagine.
Rip. Oh my god,
Oh,
bro.
God.
Drozen's an
It's
absolute
like
tank,
if you're
bro.
here, you gotta get a sub. It's pretty much what Drozen's saying.
He's like the
a
Oprah of
madman.
chat right now. Drozen.
Yeah.
You get a sub. You get a sub. All right. Here we go, chat. We're buckling up for game number 2. Need to see a little bit more effort out of this UE roster. I was promised the world tonight, and I feel like Drozen has fulfilled that, but UE has not. 11 on the other hand, I might have talked bad about you. That might have been enough energy to spark you to make a little bit of a comeback and a name for yourself back, right? It's 2 days brutal back-to-back, Tuesday and Thursday of last week. Now it's your time to do the beat, and we'll see if they can continue to beat the drums here of UE as this first initial round is going to open up. It is a full send on to the pool side. I mean, what better way to treat Hollywood the Hills of California than to hit the pools? Oh! Tsunami going to be able to clear off 1, but the 1-for-1 trades make it 2-for-1, make it 3-for-1. Sunny is putting on a clinic. And what we missed in the hard point, we're getting back in full here in the search of a real quick round. Defending side prevails, and UE open up with the first advantage.
So a quick round indeed. Already moving on to the second one. Only a single kill was taken for 11, and that was by the hands of Just Tino. Just in here took a kill, but that was just not enough. Just about had a 4 crew that was on his back trying to help him out. Immediately getting 2 more kills into the books for the side of upper echelon. Lucifer tries to answer back. It's one. Shisui gets the second. Shisui gets the double. That is going to be great retake power on the side of 11T. And these rounds have been just chaos, pure chaos. No real way for you to read their moves, because said moves are all over the board, all over the place for the 2 teams. Not only 11T, but also on the side of upper echelon. And if you have noticed on the minimap, seems like Pepe trying to go for a sneaky play, you know, going all the way back and tries to go for a surprise, and that is just going to be perfect. They have
She's
no
sweet.
clue what
Good
was
read.
coming, but she's sweet. Okay. Oof.
He made a little bit of
That
noise, and I
was-
was kind of worrisome for Pepe, but he knew exactly what he was doing. Shisui wins the first gunny, and I love the coordination from UE, because if that wouldn't have happened, those kills would have gone untraded. And it would have been a bad story there for UE. Fortunate enough, Tsunami coordinates with his teammate. Pepe's good for the first. The cleanup comes right along with it now as we go for a 3rd round in a row. This time it's not going to be an A-side hit, and they've already snuck onto the ring side. Tsunami going to have to double back as Just opens up for the first blood. They're looking for the mid-side approach. It's Lucifer. How the hell do you win that, bro? You were literally mid-transitioning guns. You're just built differently, homie. Justabot's the last player left alive. He's got a donut to his name. He's going to need 5 for the clutch. Got to start somewhere, and there's the first.
Just about 1v4, bombs
Okay.
down, gets a kill. Okay,
Oh.
goes for the double. That was clean though. Let me
That
be
was,
honest.
yeah,
Just was
yeah.
shivering there at the end, but still managed to find that kill. But oh boy, just about was definitely looking like one of those OP bots. You know, there's always the good and the bad bots out there on the games, and it was definitely pretty clean for him. But unfortunately enough, it was not what was needed to actually find that last bullet over there. Now, round number 4, ladies and gentlemen, through the smoke, everyone on the side of 11 pushing through pool. Everyone but one, and that one is Lucifer from the back. Lucifer gonna take 1. Lucifer gonna go for 2 and takes it.
God damn.
Like it's nothing. Double kill with that deal, but from the back, there's a bright sun about to hover over you. Sonny takes his 4th kill this game, pardon me. But the bomb still gonna be planted.
Lotus.
Tsunami with the kill onto Alex. Tsunami with
Oh!
the double onto Just. Tsunami now looking to find a triple, and there's also the push from Sonny, who takes the kill to Shisui on his own payload. On a 1v2, everything collapsing on the side of
Ain't no way,
11T. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Can we just stop and
What a
appreciate
way-
Sunny for
just
or Tsunami for
destroyed.
those snipes? Like, that
Yeah,
skin is so,
man.
like, luxurious. Like, I mean, the scope is beautiful. Everything about the gun is beautiful. Even the name. And then Tsunami just absolutely making look just marvelous. The beams, the flicks, the shutdown there, 11E. They started off with 3 in the feed. That was a 2v5 clutch, was it not? Tippable.
I believe so, yeah.
Tippable. We gotta love it. UE, resilience here in the search or destroy, has led them to a 3-1 lead. This is the defense, though. You need to stand strong. You need to be firm. First blood's coming through. Just about, bro. I believe in spraying and praying, homie, but spraying and praying for your life. In the middle of rocks, ain't it? Especially not the hip fire. Now, as we see, first blood's coming through both sides. Actually, 2 for 1 is Pepe. Gonna be able to open up with some more chaos and some more carnage. Just might not like what he sees around the money side as the heist hit is going to be Spoil Palone. Now going to be the last one alive. Not a Holger, yet a CBR in his hand. Bombs down, and not a mere way to get it back on the ease. As we see 3 players kind of lurk into the vicinity. I think Raph might have an idea of where it's at. Pepe is just going to go ahead and knucklehead his way all the way into the spawn site. He'll pay for whatever kind of advantage he can get. And Palone tucked his tails, made his way all the way into the middle of the map. I think the side of UE know this is coming. Ralph says, you have no idea, Verdict. I got you. 4-1. Lead starting to get a little bit out of hand here. UE bringing the forces here in the search or destroy.
They definitely had no idea. We're going on to the last round, ladies and gentlemen, prior to us switching spawns, and 11 in desperate need of a bounce back round. Let's see if they can do it. Heavy push towards Alpha. The only one defending here is going to be Tsunami. Tsunami realizes that there's just a rain of grenades upcoming in here. He's going to land 1 kill onto Alexa. Turns around for a double, but misses that shot. Bomb opportunity to be planted, but Chisui got to be quick. Problem is that he doesn't feel safe no more. Whoever gets a kill onto Jaws, there's the answer back by Lucifer. That is a 3 versus 2. Oh, Palong gonna make those even numbers now. Lucifer with a headshot onto Raph Verdict. The bomb is gonna be planted 40 seconds on the clock, but Sonny, okay. I was about to say, if Sonny's still alive, there's still the opportunity in here. Josabot has done insane plays in the past, but it's gonna be complicated now in a 1v2. Finds the first opponent, but
not it.
I think he got you know, he got shaken up in that fight. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's definitely what 11 needed.
Yeah, it's definitely what 11 needed, and didn't matter what they had to do to get the job done. They did it right there. 4-2 as we flip sides. Payoff round here as the attack is being taken here from UE. Got to keep that same aggression, that same energy rolling into the flip as things can bound to get out of hands. Alex stays holding on the B site. Ralph trying to poke and prod wherever he can get away with now as he's trying to get the hit through the kitchen site. What's cooking in here? Palone says, oh, help me right here onto the grill site. Holy hell, he gets dumpstered. Ralph says, hey, you want to catch some hands too, Lucifer? Man. You got it, bro. 2-piece to open up the round. Ralph feeling it now. She's sweet. Left all to his own. Finds 2. But around the corner he goes. It's the freak of nature movement-wise. Hey, Ralph, you got that thing on repeat, don't you? Dial it up, man. 5-2. Lead, you see he is jumping for joy. He's not jumping because you can't jump in the countdown, but he was moving, bro. He was moving.
He sure was, Verdict, but whew, sweet. That double kill is just not gonna do it for you. Now, we should go with Alexa because he's gonna take 2, gonna take 3. He was in a perfect spot to take 4, almost. Sonny halfway through. I'm telling you, man, Sonny has been a key part of a lot of these round wins in favor of Upper Echelon as he's still alive. In this 3 versus 2, a lot of possibilities are up for grabbers on the side of Upper Echelon. Tsunami gonna take that knock onto who was that? I think that was Lucifer. So Lucifer knocked down. Now those are gonna be some even numbers. 120 seconds on the clock. There's the push from Just going through mid. Let's see if he goes forward. He's gonna hear that the opponent's got the bomb, and they all know that the 3 players that got killed was on the side of ringside, so they know the bomb is over there. That's the call for Just to try to walk forward. But surprise, the sun was to the left. Shisui now gets the call that there's someone in that corner, goes for that kill and takes it. Sonny down, Tsunami alive, and Shisui is 2. Verdict. 35 seconds. What are you betting for? What do you say? Shisui takes it or not?
Shisui has been like one of those players it's hard to deny. And the communication was there for the collection of Sonny, and Sonny has been a problem. He's been a pest. 20 seconds left to go. He's got a Rochambeau. He's got a rock and roll. The numbers are going to be hard. Oh! The flick there from Tsunami that got here. I was like, there's no way Shisui loses this. He's getting first shots. This is an earful of trouble. And no, Tsunami shows violence as well as a clutch. And that puts us on map point. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you didn't think this series was going to end in 2. I predicted it would go to a game 3. It's not quite there yet. Need to go ahead and put the finishing touches on it. Lucifer open up with first blood. Raph is out of the equation. But Justabot going to be able to find the upper hand and equalizer. Pepe there for another Just. Takes down Tsunami. Your top frag still alive in Sunny, but your clutch god and Tsunami is out of the equation himself. So 3v3, everything is even. Oh, I don't know. Pallone and Alexei have kind of been selling the bag. Alexei finally going to be able to collect on one, but Sunny there for the trade. Sunny's going to get dropped. It's all on Justabot. He's been in 1v2 situations this game. The clutch odd and percentages are significantly low right here. Bar has got to be an all-time low. We'll see if he can make something happen here, as this one has escalated rather quickly. A minute on the clock, Gil. Can Justabot find these 2 bodies?
Let's see. Lucifer with 8, Alex with 4. He does have control over the bomb on the side of Justabot, but let's see what he decides to do. He's trying to be sneaky, which is definitely the smart move. Problem is that there's someone on that window, and that's Alex. Ooh, Alex was not ready for that push, so he immediately backs out. There's just a little bit of damage, but nothing to worry about. 40 seconds on the clock, and Alexei changing the way that he's approaching this defense. In the inside of kitchen, I'm gonna see the enemy just yet, but he definitely made a call out for Lucifer to serve as a backup here. It seems like Justabot thought that they were gonna be rotating towards B, and they actually now began to do that. So perfect timing for Justabot. Bomb down. That is 45 seconds on the clock. We will try to defend. He rotates onto the bar, grabs himself a glass, pours himself a drink.
It's on TV, he says.
Patiently.
There's no signal here. Yeah. I mean, this is all about the bomb being defused, right? Alexei's going to be able to clear the bottom side. They're clearing the corners. There's only one place he could be. It's in the bar, taking shots for everybody. Justabot has played his card to a full. Alexei is going to be the first victim. Lucifer now rounds the corner! But it's Lucifer going to be able to keep the game alive. And I thought that was the moment Justabot was going to clutch, but I'm going to be honest with you. He got a little further than I anticipated. 9 seconds left. Plenty of time to get that defuse in. 6-3. The dream is still here for 11 to battle it back here in this search or destroy. It is not over until it's over, Gil.
Justabot playing it really, really smart, but that was just not enough. Not enough, ladies and gentlemen. So that's going to be another shot, another chance for 11 to try to move forward. Immediately pushing. There's Lucifer taking one, going for the second and missing the shot onto Sonny. Belong gets a kill through the wall. He spots the bomb. Alexei with yet another kill. Sonny is now with 12 kills. Sonny going for 13. Alexei with a double. Belong going to be spotted, but Justabot on his own yet again.
Oh, boy.
Said it. I think this man is the clutch machine, but the opposite way. He's been on so many 1v2, 1v3, 1v4. So far, he's gotten 2 kills, Verdict.
Oh man, he's gotten 2 kills.
A lot more doable.
A lot more doable. It's a 1v2. This is the exact same scenario, except he doesn't have the bomb. It's the exact opposite. He's in hot water. He's not icy right now. Got to make something shake here now. His bomb's going to be collected right here on the inside of Zig. He's got to make sure there's nobody lurking around. I don't think anybody has been in the mid-site long enough to even realize it. So bomb is going to be collected. You count your kills. You remember where they were at. I don't think 11 he has. This round's kind of escalated rather quickly. And we're going to see Shisui and Alexei try to shut down this ice that Justabot's been brewing. This is a third 1v2 for this round. Or for this game for Justabot. Third 1v2. Is the third one a charm? Technically, it'd be a 1v4 clutch. It ain't happening this time either. Alexei gonna get revenge from last round. In the hope still for the comeback for 11 on the horizon. This one's not said and done just yet. At some point, Yui just got to find a way to put the dagger in. Obviously, you can't have any of those transitional kills where you're making a rotation to a site and you just walk right into the laps of your opponents. That's basically what the last 2 rounds have been.
And you know, out of the 7 kills from Justabot, I think like 5 or 6 have been whenever he is the last member alive.
Right?
I think he kind of needs that pressure over his shoulders to actually get those kills. and grab that opportunity for the squad. But the problem is that, as you mentioned, it is just super difficult to actually clutch up, and even more so against a well-coordinated side of 11T, who, well, have struggled, but let's be honest, if they got a player lead as big as it's been against Just About, they usually try to make it worth their time. And well, in here, a super slow round.
Look how stacked that A side is. Look how stacked that A and mid side of the map is, and you've got Alexei, who's lone wolf right here on the outside of red. Obviously, there's a little bit of intel towards A. Sonny might be causing a diversion of a lifetime. We'll see if the collapse here on this one player. Alexei in a position to go big. He's going to find one. And Pepe going to be able to get the trade he is, and that's it. The numbers may be favoring both teams as they are, all even across the board. But the hits onto this B side, it's down. Sonny and Pepe going to combine for 2. Sonny's going to get the 3rd. And now it's all on G Suite. 1v4. It ain't happening. Ladies and gentlemen, we're heading to control. That one escalated real quickly. Real slow start, but quick to finish there. UE are here to play, and we are going to control.
That was that was some. I'm telling you, these two teams have so much energy. I feel like that was the lowest round we had all game long, and it was a bit of a surprise. But yeah, GG. Sonny, 15 kills, ladies and gentlemen, undisputed MVP of this game. Sim, by the way, coming through with the 25 Raiders. Welcome everyone.
Zim's base, bro.
Sonny,
Don't let him fool you.
He was frying.
Oh, Sonny was cooking, bro. Whether it's in kitchen or outside, I mean, man was putting on a show. He's put on a clinic. Huge rake up there from Zim. Appreciate you, man. You gotta change. You gotta update that profile picture. Are you still wearing a Santa mask? The hell is that, man? Can we get you like a new profile picture, like maybe one that you can provide? Or, that's a little less seasonal towards the holidays. A little more towards, I don't know. Maybe wear red on Valentine's Day next year, as we had planned already beforehand. He didn't get that memo in EU, obviously. You know how Deanna likes to coordinate, some of those outfit days. I love it. I love the energy. It keeps us alive, keeps us alert, keeps us, like, on our toes, right? Also keeps us coordinated, too. All right, here we go. Raid Search and Destroy is down and dusted. 11E get absolutely pummeled in the search. Well, I say pummeled. They came through and they did not allow Justified to clutch any of those 1v2s. And that's the most important thing, but they prolonged the inevitable. And the inevitable is, you're right, we're heading over to control on standoff, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is standoff.
It is standoff. Seems like we cannot run away from standoff, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry, we will always have a standoff game at one point or another. This time though, will be on control. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Some control over on standoff. Who's gonna be on defense first? Do you know that? Have you taken a look into it?
Not.
Ooh, I think it's 11 teams. Yes, they are. Okay. Should be interesting though. Should be interesting. Everybody already settled, fellas. As I mentioned here on control, 11T and upper echelon will fight to the end to try to figure out who will actually end up with the W here tonight on the second match of day number 6 of Mayhem.
Here we go. Second series of the night is proven to be a banger. I said this one had potential to go to distance. Raph says, hold my cup verdict. I'm going to take my life. I can't handle it. The heat is too high. The pressure is also coming down on my face. And I don't like it. He takes his life. And I'm not sure what the call was there. Maybe he just baked it A2. I'm just going to show him a pie hole. B-side hits coming through as well as the A-side pressure. And Raph has already found his way into your opponent's spawns. Pallone didn't know it, and the hit is on. Here he is feasting off onto the spawn side as well, as he's got one player locked and loaded onto the B side as well. Could be a problem. Raph is going to be dealt with. Pressure being felt here from the defense, and right now they're putting double time in. A little bit of overtime on both objectives, as we see the point be cleared out onto the A side. This is going to be pretty much a free one at this chance, but finally the final finishing touches onto the A side, and lo and behold, we got B side hit already. One tick of progress in. This is about as good as it gets for UE.
Right, as you mentioned, there's the opportunity to try to go for that second take, but it's going to be really, really complicated. There's a small kill lead, but let's see for how long. Justbot gets spotted by Just then pushing onto the enemy spawn. Let's see how much damage he can do. Finds that kill onto Tsunami, tries to reposition onto Delhi, waits for people to get out of blue. Let's see if he can make it happen. Nope. Gets spotted by Pepe. They already knew where he was at. And there's also, in the meantime, that push from AO Raf. About Raf in there, try to go forward for that aggression into the objective. Not going to be enough. And that's always what we've said is the defensive edge, right? It doesn't matter if you struggle at first. If you manage to actually defend the second objective, although you lost the first one, there's a lot of opportunity to end up with a lead, and that's exactly what's going on. Only 5 lives left on the side of upper echelon. The use of the 100-killer drone will be in here. Rav was trying to shut down the 100-killer drone, but gets spotted in the meantime. A couple more kills in favor of 11-2 will lead to 8 lives to only 2. Verdict. A minute on the clock. Just about got knocked down. Sonny, the savior, the MVP, the unmatched MVP on Search and Destroy is on his own. Goes for that kill against Lucifer, but he quickly says no to that. But on top of it all, ladies and gentlemen, let's also keep an eye open for the fact that Shisui is loaded with not only score streaks, but also the opportunity to use that claw.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the things that you needed to maintain while we're running this attacking offense. And UE did a great job of getting the time in on those hills initially, but they did not do a great job of time management and utilizing their lives to the fullest. Right now, B-side hit is a little bit of a shake-up. Ralph's going to get dropped in translations, 1-for-1 trades. Here comes the operators. Here comes the streaks. Freddy's not going to do anything other than find Tsunami as the split comes through. It's the B-side hit that has prevailed. These ticks are zooming. 2 bodies on there are greater than 1. And you also got a little bit of a breach in Just, who's made his way all the way into the spawn site. Is going to waste that operator, but the job's done on B. You've already done the hard work. Now it's for the quote-unquote easy work. But now you got to find yourself out of these spawns now. As 5 lives apiece have been dropped, make it 6. Raf is inside of top blue, but Sunny's there to collect the bodies of 1. No, he's going to get dropped, but Raf is still there to keep the dream alive. Joss finally says, get over here! Takes him down just like that. Spawn trap unreleased. Levity back on their game here on this A-side hit.
Lucifer in a bit of an interesting situation. He's got the opportunity to load for a Pred missile, but as soon as I say that, he gets executed by Just About the lives. Still really close to one another, a minute and a half on the clock, and Just About will pop this Annihilator, miss the first shot. Annihilator in hand, pushing forward for more. Will land that knock onto Lucifer. Pushes forward, he knows that there's someone on the side of Delhi. Keep an eye open onto that area. Minute 25, Just About still waiting on the use of the Annihilator, but gets spotted at a distance by the hands of Pelon with 6 kills so far. And that's not even, that's only half of the kills that Just is holding right now. Verdict, I saw the use of the Purifier by Alexei, who immediately got taken out of that. And I feel that's going to be definitely a turning point in favor of Operation Alone on this round.
Yeah, and right now things are getting out of hand. The defense standing strong with 11, only 7 standing here for the side of 11. You make it 5 now as the claws pop. They're trying to end this one quickly. 2 on board for Pepe. Pelone, who's 1 shot. Gonna be able to stay alive for now. He's gonna be able to take down 1 with him, but he's able to take down another. Raf, I did not anticipate you being that weak. And the fight is still strong here as top blue is where he'll be residing at. But for how long? That long. 1-1 we go now as we get buckled up. We're going into our 3rd round. It's the 2nd attack round here for the side of UE. Let's see if they can make something happen here. Let's go ahead and dial in for a quick listen in with the side of UE.
Let's go, boys. I'm broken.
That's a push-up.
Pressure.
Let's push up.
Too deep.
Pressure.
1 alley.
Nice, I got one for him, Dad.
Nice.
1 on the black man. Nice.
Pressure.
1 more 1/2 HP black.
Nice, that's 3, that's 5, that's 5. Just one trap.
Get on it.
Barn.
I'm
This
gonna
one is
get
barn.
on it.
Yo, broken. Yo, tractor.
Broken, you
I have
confused me.
tag 5. I have tag 5 for yo. I have tag 5. Oh, yeah, they're spawn. He's there.
1 shot Shishu. There's 2 guys bottom right, 2 grannies. 2 grannies on market. Minute left.
Oh, it's top granny, top
I got one mid, I got one mid.
To Claw A.
Yo, two
Don't
stacks.
peek, don't peek, calm down.
They got
Claw
tagged.
tracked it.
One gas, boys.
Claw's
One gas.
tracked it. Two guys tracked it. Two tracked it now. Two tracked it now.
All right, Gil, you heard the comms there. My question to you though is UE all bite, no or all bark, no bite. Right now, I mean, you saw the kills come through. They put the pressure on the spawn site, but they have yet to collapse on a point. And right now, things are starting to get a little out of hand with the clock. 36 seconds on the clock to be exact, as it is on a standstill now. As A is being capped finally.
You know,
But still-
I feel like these rounds have been really similar for both teams. On the offensive side, being 11T or being upper echelon, they take a little bit of a lead on the kills. They eventually find the opportunity to actually collapse onto one of the objectives. But the problem is that none of the two have been actually be able to pull through with that. Right now, just about onto enemy's territory, gets spotted by Alone, bites the dust. Tsunami with 14 kills, trying to go forward. Tsunami through the side of back alley. Let's see what he can do here. Tries to be sneaky, and everybody's following through.
It's a full sin.
Doing a snake.
Oh.
Se le pinta que anda con mi kill. No, locura. 7-7 verdict, a minute on the clock, and that's, you know, that's what I'm saying. You know, I feel like these rounds are being really similar, but still not gonna be safe and sound for 11T. Let's be honest. Only 6 lives left.
Yeah,
on
only
each
5.
Side.
Oh.
Yeah, the use of an annihilator is not gonna bring enough value to the team.
Well, I'll ask Gil there. I'm gonna be honest with you. It sounded like you got a little excited and might have accidentally disconnected his Wi-Fi. Unfortunate for him. Unfortunate for UE is yet again another attacking round L for them as well. 2-1 lead in favor of 11. Can they end the pressure here? We're gonna go ahead and dial in for a listen in with them, as we've had a chance to listen in with the side of UE. It's only fair we do it with 11.
Estuneado estatua,
Muerto top Brami, muerto top Brami.
Medio uno. Auto rojo. Bueno.
Deli, ya está pushando Deli. Tanque de nosotros.
Muerto.
Bueno, ya. Abajo blue, sí. Se va para Deli. O muro, Deli o muro.
Te cubro estatua, te
Back
cubro
blue, está back blue. Está haciendo contra, ese güey.
Está en Deli tocado, bro. Se fue.
Muerto. ¿Era ese?
Sí.
Van a pushar market.
Veannos estatua.
Hay una estatua. Va tanque.
Este tanque, muerto. Pushó, sí soy 2.
Muertos.
Bueno, ya, de una.
Uno más en cajas.
All right, we're back in full swing now. 20-17, the life count in favor of the attacking team, but we haven't seen a single attack round win yet, as of we've seen just 2-3 rounds in a row. Come down to the wire. Come down to 6-7 people on one side and then 1 on the flip side. And right now, the pressure from the defense is too high, as the spawn trap looks like it's going to be activated. Gil, I don't know if you're back as of yet. Maybe not quite yet. It does look like he has disconnected yet again, so we're going to be solo casting it. Is right now UE are on the defending side. 12-11 in life count. Smoke through the middle of the map. We've got Justino looking to find some kills. Going to be able to find Sunny inside the bottom side of Granny's. Ralph going to go ahead and get the hop down. The flick there from Just. He is beaming. He brought the gunny, and it is hot today now. He's cleared the path to success for 11, but they have not been able to capitalize on that middle map pressure. As a matter of fact, the bodies are dropping for both sides. We start to see the defense crumble. Down to 5 we go. Minute 8 on the clock. Lucifer finds 2 in the feed. Sunny there for the trade. 4v5. Can the defense hold strong? Justino in a position of power here on the mid side of the map. Needs to wait for the cavalry. There it goes. The hit's in. 2 players left standing. Raph needs to go hammer. Tsunami now in a position to force this A-side hit. Justino's gonna come through. Lucifer still got a Sparrow, and it's all on Raph. He can't win the gunny, ladies and gentlemen, and that is going to do it for this series. The 3-1 win in the control and the 2-1 win in the series. 11D might have fallen off last week, but they get back on the horse and make it look good here in the control. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, still waiting on Gil to get back. Obviously, he might be having internet issues. That's quite alright. We'll wait for him patiently for this next series to start. 29-18, Shisui was a bandit. Hard to stop, hard to make anything shake. It surely just was a freaking nature in that last round. He was, I mean, just literally clipping kids. 1 to 2 and then 2 through the smoke on the third. Just a absolute beaut of a performance there in that closeout round. UE come close to a little bit of an upset, but it's not quite enough to get the job done, and they are going to remain with only 5 points off of this series. Now, we're going to get geared up for the next one on our hands. Gil is still out of pocket. That's quite all right. We still got a little bit of time for this next one to come. Now, as I'm taking a look at the schedule, we are going to get geared up for Galaxia Gaming and Seminole. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to handle some technical difficulties. We're going to hear a word from COD Mobile. We'll be right back after this message. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we're going to be doing this bad boy solo. As you can see, this lovely gentleman to my right, I guess it would be this way. Yeah, this guy. He's gorgeous, man, but he don't have internet right now. So very unfortunate circumstances. Your boy is back to his roots, though, as we're going to be doing it solo here in this third series. The good thing is, chat says it's going to be a quick one. As a matter of fact, Drozen, VIP of the lobby, has predicted, I think he said 250 to 25 and a 7-1 win in the Search or Destroy going in favor of Galaxia Gaming. So hopefully those numbers are true, and we see that one come to fruition, because I'm going to be honest with you, chat, I'm not one to solo cast. Taking a look at the best of 3 of the spread, looking pretty solid as we start things up on a raid hardpoint, followed up by a standoff Search or Destroy. If it does go the distance and Drozen is, by God, wrong, we're going to be looking at a control on slums. Firing range and Hacienda both off the table. With that being said, it does look like we are good to go ahead and start it up now. Chat, if your predictions haven't been made, we're going to put a bet up here momentarily. Who's going to be able to take the bread? Obviously, we've heard from the popular opinion, but I want to hear some of the unpopular opinions. Do you think Seminole stand a chance in this series? Do you think we're going to see Seminole actually find more than 25 points in this hard point? Well, they got Slothy in the lineup, and bro, I'm going to be honest with you. We saw how absolutely devastating he could be on a map like this. We'll see if he can follow it up here on this game number 1 now, as we get ready to dive off and tee off into the raids hard point. Got 3-man push over to the side. Squiggly. Oh my God, Squeegee, what was that, bro? 2-piece off the rip, but gets dropped now as the point's going to be held. Jez is here for the contest. Ringside leads him to his roots as he pulls out the PPSH, and surely, this is not one of those maps where we see a little bit of trolling, is it, chat? Where it could possibly be now, as we see points been popped open. 30 seconds left to fight for. It is all Galaxia Gaming in the feed. It is all Galaxia Gaming on the hill as well. Doing the best of both now, as we see the contest still coming through. Bottom side of the driveway is where the lockdown's at. Slothy trying to lead the force over towards the objective. He's going to get one. Ringside still very abundant of Galaxia Gaming players now, as Squeaky right here for the contest for him. He gets put on ice. 3 defeat for Slothy, and what a better way to open up this hardpoint than have a little bit of a scrappy P1 led up by a early rotation here for Galaxia Gaming over the P2. Nerdy going to be able to win one off the heady. He's on a bit of a spree himself. Has 5 total in combo, only 1 in total for the combo. Makes it 2 with hacks. Making the rotation on in. First brute force wave of players is going to be unsuccessful so far, as Seminole are going to be sent back to the spawns. So far, so good here for Galaxia Gaming. Gotta be honest with you, this is starting to be a pretty decent game, pretty good matchup so far. Well, all is told and lost here in translation, as this P2 to P3 transition is going to be devastating to one of these teams. Aries is going to be the last one here. 34 seconds left for scrapping, and Seminole, they are not trying to give this away and let this get out of hand too far now. So it's a close matchup. 2 players left in a 1v1. Nerdy's going to be able to win those, and the spawns to go along with it. Surely we see Seminole bounce back here in this P3 early setup now, as the vehicles are all going to be exploded here as the luxury Lambos, Ferraris, whatever you say, have it, whatever it is. Surely enough, it is going to be dropped and dusted. I don't know who tried to get the break or destruction of the red and yellow cars, but they did a piss poor job. P3's popped open for business, and looking like we might be getting in for a little bit of a listen-in, but we do have Zim. Zim, are you here?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and screen share for you. Maybe this will help you out a little bit. I'm not quite sure the quality, and I hope my emulator doesn't crash because I didn't reset it. But right now we're spectating the GOAT and Zai, and he is making it look good here with this Annihilator. Attack 5's pop, but oh my God, it doesn't matter. The Annie is going rampant in the hill. Finally gets taken down. Ari's there for the contest, but he's going to be sent to the spawn as well. First full wave of players, make it the second full wave of players. Not successful getting this break.
I mean, it's actually a lot closer right now that I'm looking at. We just hop in the middle of the game here, but I mean, Galaxia is putting up a fight right now, and we got Squiggy and co. putting in the work. Transitions are now getting led by Seminole, but for the side of Galaxia, they're not too far behind, and actually there's a little bit of a stagger here. So if they get the wave going there's the Purifier in the hill. That's Osint. He's gonna get one. but he's gonna get dropped down, and they're about to get swallowed right now on the hill.
About to get swallowed now as we see the Predator get popped. Hacks there for the 2-piece, there for the clearance. Nerdy trying to get the contest. He's going to be able to find the head of Slothy. And into his reign of terror. Forsaken now inserts himself in the equation. He gets dropped. Was that a claw popped and burned? It was, ladies and gentlemen. Very unfortunate circumstances there for him. Very, very great, favorable position for the side of Galaxy Gaming, who have put their best foot forward here against this Seminole team that arguably is one of the top 3 teams in NA. We don't know what quite the order is for top 3. I think Luminosity sits pretty comfortably atop at times, but after Thursday, it's kind of questionable. Like, hey, maybe there might be a shakeup in the rankings. But Seminole definitely throws their name in the ring for that top 3 category.
I mean, you got a roster filled with guys that, I mean, at some point have been considered the best, if not at the very least top 3 in their positions. And right now, Hax has 8. Jez is sitting at 8. And you take a look on the other side, you got to highlight a guy like Nerdy who's running the Annihilator there, sitting at 16 right now. Actually, would be wondering what the greater scoreboard says he is, but he's positive by at least 4 there, and he's picking up 30 points of time as well. And Galaxy actually does have the P5 rotation as well, as the Seminole team is going to be running through this kitchen here. We'll see if they're able to get through, and Hax is in a really nice position here to pinch. They'll be waiting for that kill to entry, and Hax will get it. Now the Seminole break comes through into the middle part of the map. That's the P5, and it gets broken there for Seminole. Now the spawn is out for Galaxia. They're going to have to do it the same exact way that Seminole did it just moments prior, as the Predator missile is going to come out. That's going to get good information. And Zai in that staircase area with the Annihilators, looking for 1, looking for 2, and Jez is locking it down right there with the Kilo in his hand. And right now, towards the back end of this 30 seconds, there's still plenty of game left to go, as Osin's going to pick up a really nice 2 there. There's going to go Swiggy. And now there's only 1 person left. The Big Tac 5 wave will come out for him as well. And the transition's going to have to come through for Galaxia if they want a chance to win this one. Not too big of a deficit yet. You can definitely get a big 60 on P1. But there's a way definitely for them to be back in the game.
No, we had a matchup like this earlier today, right? It's one of those games that, you know, is a lot closer than we anticipated. You take a look at that Kings matchup against, who was it that they played today? Typhoon. And arguably,
right.
You're looking at trying to just keep your head above the water against a team like this. And I mean, right now, it's starting to get a little out of hand. Seminole is starting to finally extend this lead off of a big P5 rotation that paid dividends, and now a connection over to P1 where they could very possibly put this game away theoretically. Now, obviously, the points aren't going to be that much favorable, but it could very well still happen here on a P2 connection. Zai's going to pop the Pred. He's going to find 1 in the kill of C of yellow on the left-hand side of your screen. Nerdy's going to be the only person with a little bit of redemption. Right now, it is just an absolute bloodfest. Galaxia Gaming need to find a stitch this wound up that is literally just almost decapitated them after that P5 to P1 connection. I mean, look at it. It was, what, like 60 points rolling into P5? And then you get a full 60 off of the break almost, and then you get a full 60 off of P1. This one's, I mean, just about over.
I mean, it's been tough transition the entire way through for the side of Galaxia. I mean, it was close going into that garage. I think they only had about a 10-point lead on them. And then just like you said, that garage to that basketball, and then from there to P1, and then back again to from P5 back to P1. Just a big time there for Seminole. And there's only 20 points left. They've gotten all of that P1 time and a really nice transition here into the kitchen. As the Purifier is going to come through, he's going to get knocked down by the Claw. It's not over yet. He's have the Claw and an entire wave down for Galaxia in the point. And an EMP popped, I believe, on the side of Jez. Now we're going to take a look right now on the break wave, as Jez is only going to be able to have to find 1 kill before he gets a big Tac 5 in his pocket. And right now, based on these kills, they actually could probably transition. You need to wait just a little bit longer so that the deficit is out of the reach for the game to end. But now we're going to spawn Ring, and that's going to be Aries and Nerdy actually leading the transition, and the only person that's in a spot to stop it potentially is going to be Slothy. He's going to have to win a really big gunfight, but he'll knock him off of that. And now they actually have the entire spawn set that they want, and Slothy didn't hold his kill cam. He spawned out much farther than he would have if he otherwise held it. A couple kills are going through for the side of Seminole, but the spawn is actually much, much more reliable for Galaxia, and they have control of the hill. So this could see this hill be extended just a little bit longer, as Jez, I believe he popped the Tac 5 not too long ago. A couple kills are going through in for the garage, but the contest is in from the Lambo side, and Squiggy's going to pop a huge Tac 5 wave.
Yeah, there goes Nerdy. First line of defense shut down. Slothy here for the contest if he could regen fast enough. Regret holding on for dear life now as 3 players on the hill. Here comes the push. The hit's through. AC is clean. Jazz finds one. Slothy trying to get shots on the other. They've done it. 8 seconds left to go. There's plenty of times to close this one out. Nerdy trying to lead the pack right back in it. Through the gym we go. Gonna get a little bit of a workout, but Zai, my God, worked this team to death, man. I think he dropped 45, and everybody else was sitting on like 20 bombs. Man is just an absolute demon, bro. What an absolute travesty to go against a player like that. Like, how frustrated you gotta be knowing that you're trying to get back in it, and then you look on the flip side of the scoreboard, and it's literally Zai with 45.
It's pick your poison, right? When you're playing against a team like Seminole, it's not just Zai, it's Slothy, who at one point was considered the top sub in the region. It's Jez, who's arguably the top flex in the region. It's Hax, who's coming back, but he was a top dude when he came back. And then, I mean, the 5th guy is Forsaken, you know what I'm saying? It's tough for any team to go on ahead and have to gun every single one of those guys on a consistent basis. But just throwing it back to that Typhoon match that we had, so I'm going to give you the OBS Ninja there. Just throwing it back real quick for the Typhoon match that we had when they played against Kings, and kind of just like mentioning the stark similarities between these two. Like, when you're going up against a team like this and there's very little expectation for you to actually accomplish like large scale like series wins, map wins, round wins, things like this, you just really have to put your best foot forward and make sure that you're trying your best, and try not to get absolutely blown out of the water. And they did that for a good chunk of that game. For
Do me a favor real quick. Your OBS Ninja is plugged in, but it's got audio.
There we go.
There we go. All right,
yeah, they were there for a really good portion of the time.
Absolutely. We're going to take a look at it. Lane Sheep coming through with some beastly Tier 2 gifted subs. Absolutely appreciate it. If you got a gifted sub from a Lane Sheep, make sure you thank that person. Newcomer to the stream too. I don't even think you got roles just yet. We're gonna go ahead. You haven't followed yet, even, man. I mean, I appreciate a supporter, but at the same time, you know, I guess you don't have to follow to be sub for 10 months either. God dang, is this like a name change for somebody? At any rate, we get off topic. No, I completely agree. This team in Seminole is stacked to the brim. We still haven't really found their identities, and obviously they're still trying to find themselves on the team as well. I mean, obviously, Zai put up a freak of a performance in the hill, or outside of the hill, putting down 45. I think he picked up only 27, a minute and 27. Never mind, he can do both. Never mind. And you got Hax, who's north of 3 minutes and 24 on the hill too. That's a very rare club to find yourself in.
The 3 minute.
Anything north of 3 minutes is ridiculous, right?
Yeah. Well, anything leading into 3 minutes is ridiculous. Like, like even high 2 minute 45 is like, wow, that's a really good game.
Well, we still got plenty of series left here as Search and Destroy. As I mentioned earlier, the predictions were made, and they said, this is chat, I'm quoting, by the way, it's 250 to 25 in favor of Galaxia Gaming. That wasn't the case, and obviously that was a troll. And I saw you look at the camera, you're like, ain't no way they said that, right? Well, they said that. They were joking, probably. I hope so. Hope that wasn't a serious bet. If Caesar's Palace was taking that bet, you would have got paid $1 million. That would have been like a 10 to 1 odds or 1,000,000 to 1 odds of that happening. That wasn't the case here as we head over to the Search for Troy. Galaxia Gaming are down 1-0 in the series. Looking to make the comeback, and well, Zai, he's already on to the first blood, as well as the Locust. It's unstoppable, and so is he. Already's there for the quick trade now as things start to get a little bit heaty. Don't jump from the top rope. Oh, Zai not going to be able to connect the shot there, but does have the intel on where this player is. Slothy going to be able to collect one as well. 2-for-1 trades, making 2-for-2 is Austin coming through with a DLQ of his on. And things are starting to get a little interesting now as another player drops for the side of Seminole.
Nice shotgun shot there from Jez onto Austin. They surely have the bomb confirmation that it's down, but it's going to be Nerdy. Right now, Forsaken will pick up one onto Ares, but Nerdy, top tier player, he's coming up. Some may say Nerdy is up next, and he's going to have an engagement right now with Forsaken in the courtyard. He'll take it, and he'll win that. And he definitely sees Jez. Both players in a really strong position to win these gunfights. The only difference being right now that Jez has that sniper rifle, and he's got to hit the scope.
What?
But Nerdy's right now being, whoa, the R9 is going to absolutely cross-map him, and That's kind of cheese. I'm not gonna lie.
That's
Those
too
shotguns
cheese.
are
Like, how does that happen?
cheese.
Like, hey, let me put the sniper
That's
away for a
cheese.
mid-range gunfight, and let me pull out the doof, which should have no business winning that gunfight. And Jez able to shut down that 1v1 clutch. Man, it was a 1v2 there if Nerdy was able to win it. Unfortunately, not able to do so. Triggers have been pulled now as Zai is triggered as well after last round. He opens up, you got to get another first blood. Austin gonna be sent back to the spawn. Now we'll see him next round. Zai just continuing to fire away. He's looking for... Is the Locust like freakishly great with wall bangs? Because I've seen more wall bangs in this map than I've seen anything out of the Locust.
He's been mentioning a lot lately that he just, for whatever reason, cannot seem to get hit markers with it as he's pushing with Satchu quite aggressively. And the bomb is in a central position right now in the granny. And almost every single lane right now actually covered for the side of Seminole. They've got Hacks taking an engagement in the bottom granny area. He'll take away Ares from the fold, and Squiggy's looking for the trade, but just narrowly has missed it. He's caught Hacks right there on the backside. Now they have to figure out how to get out of this building while also keeping their players alive, as Squiggy's going to get taken down by Slothy, but Nerdy will trade it out. He's in a 1 versus 2 now position. Same situation as the last round. I think even the same players. No, it was actually Forsaken and Jez last time, but now Jez and Zai. The sniper for the side of Seminole and the shotgun. It's in between both of them. Of the two, you'd probably want to run into Zai first, get the sniper off of that fold, but he's looking around. He doesn't really find anybody. We'll see if he takes the plant here, but nope. He's going to choose to wrap the A site here, but he doesn't know. He's running into the shotgun right now, and maybe the shotgun, if he gets lucky, can get a little bit of a hit marker, but he's got to find him first. He sees him and just gets taken out by the shotgun.
God, he's gonna have
so far so
nightmares
good
tonight.
from Seminole. So far so good from Seminole. I gotta say though that this is definitely the mode that they're prone to lose. You can definitely exploit the mode a bit. I like what they're doing, but we gotta try to see if we can work on a little bit of the first blood here for Galaxia. You gotta try to get an advantage where you can.
All right, well, here we go. Jez, the Snake Master, he's literally sitting on his tummy from last round. And he said, hey, if it paid off last, let me see how far I can get now. Is Dirty going to be able to open up with a big frag, taking down one as Zai's dropped as well. Hacks and Zai out. Austin, been silent since the first round. Jez is still sneaking it on his tummy. Yeah, this time, we're just in laughs and shambles if this happens. Ari's right around the corner. Doesn't quite know it just yet. And I don't think Jez knows it. Oh. Okay, doesn't win that gunfight. Slothy there for the trade. If he had snaked his way all the way to a kill, we'd have had to clip it. And unfortunately, he gets clipped himself. So 2v3 scenario, player advantage in favor of Galaxia Gaming. They've got Forsaken on an island, but on an island he is thriving. One player left standing. It's the no scope. Oh, wow. Forsaken putting on a clinic in the search and destroy, the 3-piece. Woo! Man, if that didn't get you warm, I don't know what will. Hot damn. You said that 5th man was Forsaken, and, I mean, that's what the 5th man does. God. I mean, what intel? These guys, I mean, is there a shadow buff up for grabs here? Is like the Locust, the new DLQ with the wall bangs? Minus the sound is horrible now. There's so much of an echo. Like, you could hear that thing all across the map.
It's actually a really nice smoke there on the backside. They got the bomb down, and the position actually looks pretty good. They're going to back up Ares to pick up this flank, and Ares doesn't know it, but he's on the other side of 3 Seminole players. Not a lot of movement so far, but Zai's going to catch one. They still don't know about Ares. If Ares holds his trigger just for a little bit, he can maybe pick up a 2-piece there, and he does. And now it's just Jez in a position to actually have to knock this guy off. If he's able to kill the guy in front of him, he'll be able to potentially clutch the round, but Jez will stop that from happening. That's 4-0 for the side of Seminole. I like that approach though by Galaxia. You get the bomb done, you just gotta try to make sure that you're not exposing yourself to the sniper lane when you get the information that Zai's up there in the market. But aside from that, it was a good setup, it was a good plant. Gotta win a little bit of those engagements, but another offensive run. That's definitely probably one you go back to. If they're giving it to you, might as well try to take it, as Forsaken is over the middle part of the map here. Zai's gonna catch Osint on the cross. The bomb is just about now to be on the site, as that's going to be Squiggy. He's going to take a nice engagement onto Zai. Jez will fall as well, and there goes Hacks. And now it's just a 2 versus 4 situation, but it's actually one that's happening on a pinch here. Now Slothy's exposed themselves, so they know the flank is compromised here. We're going to have to see Nerdy reposition to try to catch and make a good play off of this, but he'll get caught there. And the box will now be extent. Now Slothy will kill Squiggy on the site, and the collapse is actually going really, really well for Seminole.
Oh.
Now this Ares player is in the middle of the part, but he's going to have to pick up Slothy, and he does, and now it's just going to be Forsaken, but he'll get traded out as well, and a nice response there for the side of Galaxia. It was a good, good round again.
I mean, great round. Hey, you said it. You get it. You know, you get it where you can get it. And obviously, they got a lot of intel of the first 4 rounds. The 5th round, they weren't getting clipped. They weren't getting 4K. We're not getting put on a T-shirt again after the nasty 3-piece from Forsaken. We shut that down. Slothy gets shut down too. Right now, payoff round. It's the last attacking round here for Galaxia Gaming. You've managed to put one on board. Can you find a second? Slothy in the back alley. He's a knocking, but Ares is there to reciprocate. No trades, no harms, no fouls. Scratch that. Nerdy is going to be able to open up with the first blood. As Forsaken is dropped, Zai now traveling onto the middle section of the map. And he bites off a little more than you can chew. You see, he takes one shot. He's like, oh, hell no. F this, I'm out. Let me go ahead and get a reposition. Let me go ahead and get into a nice corner to cozy myself up. Hax is going to get cornered and pounced on. But Zai, the reposition, it pays dividends. Zai and Jez combined for 2, but it's Jez and Zai who drop. It's all on Slothy. He says he's not going down without a guns a-blazing. Still goes down, though. 4-2. Shows some success here in the later half of this first round, or first 6 rounds. Galaxia Gaming definitely, you know, adapted pretty well in those last 2.
Yeah, they're punishing Zai for taking, you know, mid-map, super aggressive mid-map positionings there with the sniper rifle. It's actually kind of funny that you kind of look at how that map or that round previously played out, and we actually had Jez further back behind Zai, but 2 kills are going to go there for the side of Galaxia, and that's what you need. You need to make sure that you're finding and figuring out. That's the first step to any S&D round. You got to try to figure out what it is that the other team is doing. Once you do that, you got to try to put yourself in a position to deal with it, and they're going to identify that mid push is happening and then try to get 2 kills and actually convert on them. And that's going to be Zai picking up a kill now onto Nerdy on the cross map. That'll be 1 on the tractor. So right now you don't have much information, but you know that 1 is dead towards the tractor area. So Galaxia naturally has to respond as another hit marker will come through. Zai's hitting shots, but right now the most important engagement, that's going to be Ares in the back alley. He's going to kill Jez. And now a little bit of a swallow is happening as Squiggy's going to get a kill onto Zai. And this is a really great position for him to be in. Now Hax is stuck on the site. They have him isolated, but they're going to have to make sure that he doesn't get off for free. He's actually going to sneak out of the back here. Regret's not going to catch it in time, but he's home free. For the time being, they don't have the information. Hax can roll up and get another one right there, and he'll pick up Regret. And now he's in a 1 versus 2 position. 45 seconds left with the bomb. Very doable. He's going to choose to wrap the map. So for the time being, all information on Hax is gone. A very limited set of availability there for him. If we're in this 1v2 position for Galaxia, we've got to close the distance between our 2 players. You get the information. If you're the sniper, you got to back up and try to make sure that Ares is there. Ares, stop looking at the back. There's only 1 person left. What are you doing, Ares? He's looking at the barrel for no reason. There's 1 guy left. And we're still in a 2v1. Finally, we are able to manage it together. And Hax is going to take the engagement, but there's 2 guys here to trade, and we'll see which one.
Oh, no. Don't let him do it to you.
On the site. He's going to actually have an opportunity now on the site to do it. But the knife's going to come out, and Hax has the position.
No.
He's going to make it happen. That's a 1 versus 2.
No, that should not have happened. That's illegal. Well, how much time was on that clock? There was like 14 seconds, right? You got a 2v1. There's no way we're taking that gunfight. There's no way we're ego challenging that. Why are we not tucking our tails and headed for Big Blue? That's an L. This one is all lost. Right now, momentum. Axe riding it. 1v3 style.
You already know.
Matter of fact, he's
confident now.
He's held. Look, he's in the middle of the map. He's cut it in half. He is all the way up in the spawn. They don't know it just yet, but they're about to. Shots coming through. He gets 1. It's going to be good for the second. In the cubbies, 1 more. Pulls out the shorty. That's the 3-piece. He is on 1, and I can just imagine the comms right now. They're lighting up. My game might have just crashed, but that's quite all right. We're going to have the emulator here in a second. Yep, that's it. That's tough. Nonetheless, this one is starting to get a little out of hand. Hax on a bit of a burner. Forsaken's going to be able to find the last one. No, that was Zai. And holy hell, Zim. My God, what have we just witnessed? The cardinal rules being broken, and just some absolutely devastating plays that just It should never been happening.
I mean, Hax is just, I mean, that was an absolute, like, confidence play. I mean, you only do that after coming off of a big round like that. You run down the middle part of the map, they're completely uncontested. And the more alarming thing is that there's no sniper presence looking over. We actually saw at the very last second, if we were to rewind that, if we had a replay buffer, that Osint, he was in the spot in Delhi, and just as Hax was crossing him, he dropped it, and Hax got by, and he was able to get into that spawn. But so we're taking a look right now. It actually is a 5 versus 3, so Galaxy is still fighting back right now. It's going to be Forsaken and Zai down, so both of the snipers for the side of Zeminal. We've got Airy sitting at a really nice 10, and Nerdy putting up another strong performance in the search. He was the top fragger for Galaxia back on the hardpoint raid, and he's got 10 in the S&D as well. Right now, we're looking for a first blood so desperately. Slothy is going to pick up Osint. That's going to be one of the snipers. Another gunfight in isolation there inside of the Delhi area, and he'll take that one to go. Jez is in a prowl right now in the back alley here. He's going to just prone and get spit on by Aries there right now. Hax and Co are in the Delhi, and now there's only 2 players left for each team. They're taking this engagement, but the hop over is going to happen for Slothy. He's going to miss it.
There ain't no way he hit that.
Sniper in his hand, and he's going to boomstick him. And now he's got the bomb. You have the information that the other guy's alley, so surely you wrap it and you plant, and that's exactly what Hax is going to do. He's got the nade in his hand. He's going to plant. Maybe the plant was a little lazy. Probably could have put it in a better spot for the box here, but he's going to choose to actually go box, and maybe actually, because of the low quality of that plant, that if Aries got onto it, he would be able to make a play happen. But Hax will take the top market position. He still has a nade in his pocket. And I mean, I guess he's just trick shotting off the market.
Yeah. I mean, you saw, look, the nade swap, the weapon swap, like he's trying. He's him, bro. If he connects it, almost connects it. He's not playing around here. He wants to clutch it. Gets the hit marker. Well, I guess he was playing around. He was trying to follow it up with the locust shot. Aries, that's 13 on board. He's keeping the dream alive, and he's keeping this team inside of this series. A little bit of hope here on the back end. 6-3. Lead still in favor of Seminole. But at one snap of the fingers, we'll see this one disappear quickly. As this series started off, I mean, with a great hardpoint. Let's not be real. Let's be real. That was a hell of a fight and a hell of a first set of hills. But we get to that second set, and things start getting a little lofty. And all right, now the search and destroy. It's been maintainable, manageable. Some rounds that should not have gone the way of Seminole. Let's be real. But the clutch factor there for Hax is he was just so well in it to it. He literally crashed my emulator single-handedly. I mean, it's just too much sauce going on right there. Forsaken, too much shots going on. Osage dropped. And now the shots are being heard and alerted. It's Ari's dropped your big frag, your big carry. Nerdy's there to reciprocate, but he's not going to be able to get any sights in. And they're going to give this plant away for free. It's going to be right under their noses. I don't think they quite know it just yet. They're about to, though.
There's 4 snipers in the hand of Seminole, and Hax bomb carrier, the only guy with a gun right now. That's going to be Nerdy up top now in a position to potentially deal with Hax as he's getting invaded into the house. First one's first, that's going to be Forsaken. He's got to take another engagement up top, but Zai will punish him for taking that opportunity there. And Squiggy has 2 guys over the jump wall. He'll pick one up and get lost on the map now, so it's a 1 versus 2 position. And Hax again in the bottom, but he's the only guy with a gun. He no-scopes and actually gets the hit mark. He's going to jump out of the window, but Squiggy, he's still alive and he has the gun left. The bomb is down. And that's going to be all she wrote. I believe he's not going to be able to get the kills in time. But Squiggy will pick one up just for the stats as he's on his way out and make sure he punishes Hax for running on him. But,
oh, man, they were spitting, bro.
Yeah, that's a map win for Seminole.
That's a map win for Seminole. That's a 2-0, and that's enough of that one. That was a travesty. That was a... Oh, man, we're trying to reenact so many of those long-lost clips that, you know, you don't get to see too often anymore. Right. One of my favorites was the one where they had the girl talking and they started playing the music. What was that song? I'm a boomer and I still can't remember. I have to pull it up and show you, but I keep continuously watching clips like that. I'm like, bro, we missed those days. Take me back to those. We got a little bit of that. I think Hack's getting the hit marker. I know he must have been jumping up and down for joy, but didn't quite get the kill. And, well, ultimately it didn't matter, did it?
No. No, the bomb was down. They had enough lives there, enough cushion. And eventually, if it got a little closer, you probably would have seen them fix up the weapon composition there, but they'll walk away with a 2-0. That's a 20 points right there in the pocket for Seminole, but good performances from key guys. We saw Nerdy have a really strong hard point on Raid, and that's really hard to do. Like, again, we highlighted just the quality of the talent on the side of Seminole versus the upcoming talent that's on Galaxia, and you know, very typical for Nerdy to still put up a strong performance there. At the very least, an even one. And Aries coming through in the S&D as well with another, what was it, 12 or 13 or something like that? Definitely more
13,
than 10.
yeah.
So that's good for Galaxia, and you know, I don't know what their schedule looks like moving forward, but I would imagine it probably gets a little bit easier. You get one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the standings out of the way, and now the rest of your schedule is probably a lot more manageable than this one.
That's a hard thing to say, because even the bottom of the pool for North America is stacked to the brim this year, and that's normally not what we see in AA. Usually it's like EU that's really close in talent. That's not the case this year. I think EU has flip-flopped, and it's top heavy, and the middle of the pack is potential to be great, but they just continue to crap the bed. Here at NA, it's like close games. Like, we saw one that was 52-point deficit. Exactly, yeah. And then we had last week, which was just a roller coaster of emotions. But we've had a roller coaster of a night so far. We're going to get geared up for our 4th and final series of the night. Before we do that, we're going to go ahead and take a short intermission. We're going to hear from the sponsors in COD Mobile, also from Gorilla. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. Refresh your beverages and your snacks if you eat this late. We're going to be right back after this break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you thought we were done with marquee matchups of the night? It doesn't end here. It begins here. Final series of the night. We got two of the better teams on the rise up in North America ladies and gentlemen, that's right. Centurion, as Zim has mentioned, they're the Latam Reapers. This is a real big test here in NA. I'm taking it word for word, Barato. I didn't even put it in my bit of originality on it. And then we've got Simplicity, who have literally stolen our hearts. That's the last series. Couldn't get the job done against LG, but anybody who's able to put up one map against that team, that's plenty of work. That got accomplished in one night. Obviously, we had some ups and downs in that series. Downs was they didn't quite get the dub. So I'm here for this action. And Zim, I mean, give me a breakdown. You know a little bit more about this, this scene than I do. Obviously, I've been casting a little bit more here and there, but you're hands-on. Tell me, Centurion on the rise, first big test. What did they have to do to get the job done?
I mean, this is a group of guys that have been playing together for a pretty long time. And this season, I mean, they've just been clicking for, reasons that are beyond comprehension right now. They've been playing in the LATAM circuit a lot, not just only the LATAM teams, but also the Brazilian teams. And they've taken down the likes of Skade, perennial Stage 5 team, Lucasen and Inco, another top-placing Brazilian Stage 5 team. They went in that same tournament. They had a close series against Zygnus, but they've beaten Zygnus before. They put the beat down, quite honestly, on 11T, and they're doing very, very well right now in that region of the world in terms of their competition. And now this is their actual first top North American team, I guess you could say, that's in their kind of category between them, the Seminoles and the LGs and the Simplicities, the first opportunity for them to cement themselves domestically as well. And then on the other side here, you have Simplicity, a group of guys who again just have clicked. Some of those guys coming over from NYSL, I know Carlos and Jan, Awaken formerly as well, and then Kings, a dude who has been rising for the absolute longest time now, to finally come into this season and absolutely be tearing it up as a main AR. And then you got Cartels, like the guy's a phenom. He's absolutely doing really
he's
well
trash.
right now in
he's
the
washed,
scene.
bro. No,
he's doing really well. And right now, actually, Kryzo, he was a challenger player, but he's a longtime teammate of Kings and some of these guys, and he's filling in right now, I believe, for Carlinhos or Jesus, whomever is the fifth for this roster, and he's playing here too. But like you said, we saw that recent match between Simplicity and LG, and LG actually lost that standoff hardpoint, the same one that we're actually going to be playing right now against the Simplicity roster, where Kings absolutely in the end popped off with a 5-man there with the Annihilator and won the game for them. And then maybe ran into a little bit more trouble in the search closing it out. But we saw at points in that series that Simplicity had an opportunity there to 2-0, arguably the best team in the region right now, arguably the best team in the world right now in LG. Now XI has a tall task, but they've been rock solid and super, super hot lately. So this is going to be a great matchup.
It's going to be a great matchup. As Zim's already mentioned, standoff hardpoints where we'll start this puppy out on. Game number 2 is going to be the Search and Destroy on Raid. It does go the distance. We're begging for it. I know we're in for long nights, but it is going to be that Slums control. Hacienda off the table as well as Summit. And ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get ready to kick off our last series of the night. Could be a banger like we saw last week. Thursday ended on a high note. It started on a high note too, just like tonight. So we're going to see everybody pile into the lobby, ready. Green check marks across the board, waiting for Awaken and Yawn. Y'all go ahead and ready up. I know you want to go ahead and snooze here in this one, but you can't, you can't snooze just yet. You got to get this series over with, Yawn. Come on now. Awaken's awake. He's ready to roll. Yawn is the last one. And we've already, spoke our, official, words about the teams. But I need to hear official picks. Simplicity is obviously feeling themselves after last week's performance. But I was able to watch King's scrims against that LG team on last night. I'm going to be honest with you. I know scrims are scrims, but they didn't look too good. I'm going to be honest with you. They are not, and maybe they're holding back. I did see Kings using a Pharaoh too. Maybe that's not the best time to like bring up, scrims either.
Well, they're definitely streaky, but I would say that they've got all of the pieces together. They work really well in these tournament matches together, and usually they actually do perform pretty well in the scrims. On the other side, just the sample size that we have from the tournaments lately for XI has been absolutely phenomenal. But I mean, the break is going to come off here. Early time going over for XI, but the AR positions have been met. That's going to be King's top blue. He'll drop it right now to opt to help on the hill for the time being, but the time is going for the side of XI. A big kill onto the statue. Now we flip the map and the control is going for the side of SA. Now full back alley spawns for XI, and a really nice set there for the lane to be cleaned up by them. We've got a top granny dropping down right now, and XI's on the hill once again, taking an early lead. We've got 30 points left and still having control of that farm side. It's potential here for XI to chain, but it looks like soon after this one we're going to get a rotation call from SA, and the gunfights for the time being are going the way of XI.
No, they are indeed. The time is too. 17 seconds left. Scrap 4. Cartel's trying to pick up the pieces. Lethal gets dropped. King's went on a little bit of a tear, man. He got hill time. He got perimeter control. He's already got 8. He don't quite have streaks, but man, he is him. We gave him the crown last week. We'll see if he can continue to wear it this week. Now, as Lossie is going to be found in the outskirts. Able to win a big gunfight there onto the gas control. Kill's going to come through with Centurion. They're racking up the feet. With or without Legacy, this team just knows how to click and fill the spaces in between the gaps. Right now, the gaps are being filled by Simplicity now. As the hop up here for Awaken. Shorty in hand. Doof right to the face. Zashin's going to be zashing his way up to the top and cleaning out that.
Wow.
40 seconds left to go. Centurion, they're looking like a different breed right now.
And I reckon even if we were to go into a listen and at some point on this map with XI, that this is actually going to be a team that sounds a lot like 31, or just like hungry guys that they want to win every single match that they play in when they get into the league. For the time being right now, they're actually putting it on Simplicity right now. A 60 to 17 point lead. 3 guys for Simplicity are going to entry on the bottom there. They're going to kill Zashin. They're going to get a little bit of that scrap time here, but the transition so far. Big time for P1 on the side of XI. You lead it into a transition on P2, you're going to get that time as well. You give over a little bit of the scrap, it's going to be 15 seconds, whatever, then lead the transition onto blue. So far, XI on the map is playing phenomenally, and they're clearing out the deep. That's going to be Lethal in the back here. He's got that long range position here, and big cross kills from Losty on the middle of the map, just stopping these guys from hopping up on the top of the jump up right there. We've got Reckless now with the Gravity Vortex gun, and they're so far set up. More operators are in the pocket here as we have Purifier in the pocket for Zashin and a big TAC 5-way. We'll see if Losty is actually going to be able to use it right here to help his team secure the point. As he has it in his pocket right now, the opportunity is clean for him, but Jan will win a really, really big one, and that might be the saving grace for just the time being.
Yeah, it is. 30 seconds left. Scrap 4. Hill's going to be evacuated for the time being. Kills on the outskirts, so it's going to be S8 all over the feed, all into the hills as well now. Oh, be careful, Kryzo. You don't want to give any friendly fire away. I'm just kidding. Obviously, he was firing down the staircase. Wasn't nobody there. Early rotation out over the P4. Lethal is beaming up top. Is going to be able to follow the wall, find the wall being there on Kings now. Jean's trying to make his way across. Player to watch out for here is Awaken as well as Cartels. Cartels is literally in spawn. And look at him. TAC 5 popped. Let's see if he can go hammer. Catches one off guard, but Veteran there going to be able to get the crossfire. But Jan's going to be able to take him down. He's on a 4 spree, finally taking down himself. And the hill pops, and it is going to be Centurion all over it with the TAC 5 to work with.
Finally, the TAC 5 will get popped through. And that's going to help XI for the time being get a little bit of time. But now farm control has gone over for the side of Simplicity, and the break is coming through. But the claw entry will happen now for the side of boxes. Unfortunately, it is happening right now on boxes. The Annihilator's looking right down there, but Veteran's in the hill. He's got 1. He's going to turn and try to get 2, but the break will come through for XI. He'll fall. And there's only one more player now left on the bottom. He's going to have to try to make it happen with the M16, but Jan will not absolutely be able to do that as Veteran has the backside protection locked and loaded. Now it's going to be Jan. He'll win a huge one. And scrap time again. We saw this a lot in Europe. But Simplicity not quite winning the transition, not quite getting the early time. But they're winning enough of these waves so that when they actually break it, there's about 20 seconds left of that prime scrap time. And it's actually going to put them in the lead right now, going back to a P2, or I'm sorry, a P1 where XI was strong that first time around.
Yeah, we'll see if they can continue up with a follow-up performance. 99 to 101. We won on our core. That's right, we want more, chat. Losty wins the gunfight there on the transition. Kings is up top. Can't reload that big boy yet. As he drops Kings, too. The combos are real. He's sitting on 3, looking for some streaks. Pops the hill. 15 seconds into it, it is... Lo and behold, Centurion, they're all over it. This is I mean, just about as good as a P1 as you can get here a second time around. Awaken trying to end the pressure here that is being felt on the P1 ring site or courtside fight, but it is going to be Simplicity now with a little bit of contest. Now, a little bit of hill time on P1 goes a long way. I know it's all about that P2 spawn setup, but let's be real. 30, 40 seconds of off of a 60-point hill that's in the wide open, absolutely massive. Right there is the Nades Chuck Kryzo going to get dropped. Losty going to be able to find 2, and he's continuing the streaks now as the rotation over to P2. Looking pretty good. Look at where Kryzo is, though. Had to go big, not anything to show for it, and he spawns out in Narnia. This one's getting out of hand. We're going to go ahead and get out of hand ourselves. Get out of pocket. We're going to dive in for a quick listen in. Centurion's got the upper hand. Let's go ahead and hear how they sound.
2 secret, they got tag. One more secret.
We have tag 2.
Two main.
Good shit, Bomar. Oh my lord.
Bro.
I got 4. There's one more pushing front. One pushing top.
Half secret.
Broken. Nice. Watch your hub.
I got a vortex.
Alright.
Yo, man.
I think I top.
One bottom grannies.
Bottom getting one tap. Nice.
Oh, they got top. They got trophy top.
They coming gas.
Top.
Yo, one in front of front. Outside of grannies. Switching hop up.
Watch
Look
it.
at this, bubble green.
There's 2 bottom blue and 1 back alley. There's 3 new.
We're new.
One mid. He's
CT.
Don't pick, Reckless. Don't pick.
One piece.
One statue.
No, I got him.
Come check in. Listen in. You said it. They're hungry. They are thirsty for a victory right now. They're about 40 points ahead of this Simplicity roster. Has put up numbers here in the back end of hard points. Right now, they got the saddle up for new. And they're going to need at least 40 points off of this for it to be fruitful.
Huge engagement there. That was just Kings. He had the Annihilator, and he had an opportunity to kill that Purifier there, but he whiffed on 2 shots. And the Purifier will punish it with a triple kill of its own. And so far, so good. A 30-point lead for the side of XI, and they one-wave break the clean setup for Simplicity, but Kings otherwise has been dominating the lanes on this map. And you gotta highlight just the absolute, how silky smooth it is that his positioning. I mean, he's going from power position to power position, making sure that when it's time to drop A, he's in position to help his teammates flood onto the hill. He's getting those kills, and he's actually getting quite a bit of that time too. He's at 50 seconds as well. But we'll actually see if that transition prowess from Kings is actually going to be able to help them on this one particularly here, as we're going to see a big engagement with Cartels. Hillwilm 2 going for the entry onto the market. And those were 2 extremely important ones onto the Losty and Co. As we're going to have Kings now on the backside. He's going to be the most important player now. He's got to trim just a couple kills on the back for this to be able to be stable. But now Kings is going to get another opportunity here, a lucky spawn. We got Jan posted up deep, and he's going to have a kill or 2 before he gets that TAC 5. And the big collapse is now going to come from the side of XI. Losty's going to pop that TAC 5, and they're going to get the swallow. Now the entire wave has spawned on the other side, and they're going to get the funnel through the doorway. And Jan is just a kill or a couple ticks of time off of his TAC 5. We're going to look for it to get popped right here, and the big entry to come through. There it goes right there. The TAC 5 is going to go. And now we got guys entry through the middle of the street, the entry through the door, but XI is going to walk away with those kills, and that's huge for them.
That's been huge, and the turnaround of this game has been those 20 seconds of scrap time, quote unquote, right? You look at P2, you look at P3, all of that collected by Centurion right now. They get a break with 45 seconds into this P4 market site, and they are making the absolute best of it here, with even the last little bit of trickle time going their way. Finally, Cartel is able to stop the bleeding, but homie, it's a gashing wound. You might not be able to recover from this one. 14 seconds is all that is needed for Centurion. You got to be locked and loaded here for brand new. And surely enough, you're still trying to get your marbles and act together from that P4 connection. And lo and behold, here comes Lethal. It is good for the first, but the Annihilator shut down. Here comes the operators from Simplicity. They're not ready to call this one quits. They're going to go ahead and buckle up for a full send. Kings on the hill. This is double or nothing. Cartels floating around the backside. Flirting with destiny here. He's going to get shut down. Reckless. Going hammer. He's got a 5-piece in the feed. 26 kills, make it 27. Mans can't be stopped, ladies and gentlemen. An upset here on a map that we saw LG get beat on relatively close. 250 to 248. This one, on the other hand, not it. 250 to 152. Centurion bringing down the swift hammer of justice. And it's all thanks to the well-coordinated plays with or without Legacy. This team is clicking. This team is piecing. Lethal, 35 on board. Losty, 33. And then on top of that, look at the hill time for both of those guys, too. When you got Slayers that are putting in mad numbers on the objective, that is certainly a problem.
And the bigger problem as well on the other side, if you look at the scoreboard, your post up, your anchor, your main AR is getting more time than 3 of your subs, than 3 of your primary hill guys, and that's a problem. Aside from the fact that, you know, those guys Cryzo, Yan, and Awaken didn't step up in the kill feed. Kings, I mean, he was dominating through the vast majority of that game, through the entirety of that game, and Cartels as well, putting up a strong performance, but it just wasn't enough. We just needed a little bit more help from Cryzo and Co there on the hill. But and also in various places, it's very easy to just say, oh man, we need more OBJ, but there's a lot that goes into it that prevents just stepping on the hill.
Yeah, I mean, look, I was playing Mosh Pit before the broadcast today, and it was actually this morning, and I dropped the 30 piece. It was Embassy. It's not my favorite map. And then one of the guys who had 10 kills and like 20 seconds on the clock, he's like, bro, Vertic, I need you to get on the hill. I'm looking at him. He's got 10 kills and 20 seconds on the hill. I got 30 seconds. Like, bro, shut your mouth. Know your role, okay? And shut your mouth, jabroni. I didn't even say anything to him. I was just like, ain't no way. I mean, you can't fight, stupid. It's a lot harder, you know, said than done, right? Obviously, you've got roles on a team, and Kings is trying to fill all of those roles at any given time. Right. What I will say is his post-up positions are not off in Narnia. They're in lanes that have complete direct, you know, sight of the point or close to the point, and he's able to hop the hill when he's getting those kills. I saw it in P1, I saw it in P3. He's making, you know, amends on this map, and he's doing things with his lane control, but it's not enough for this team to get by against a team like Centurion. Centurion coming through. Damn, bro, are they like the upset team of the year? Are they like just coming through? Just it's the Neymar. It's the Neymar pictures, isn't it? It's got to be the Neymar pictures.
But yeah, you highlighted it really, really well. It's Kings finding opportunities to, you know, get into spots where he's able to control long distance gunfights and also not really be contested by a true main AR on the other side. We saw Lethal actually trying to match it. Not exactly my idea of a post up, but able to just hop off as well and cycle onto the hill when he needs to. That's great. And that shows the level of improvement that he's made over the long course of the last 2 or 3 years of him grinding. But they still, like you said, not enough to win the hardpoint on standoff. We're gonna go into an S&D now, and you know, I go back to the pre-match pick where I'm saying the team that won the first game is the team that's probably going to win this series. Okay. But this is definitely one that I don't see a team like S8 going up against like LG, playing really well against them in search, and then coming to a match like this and struggling in the S&D, especially on a raid, one that they're very well versed on. So this has the potential 100% to go to a control, and if it does, we'll see Simplicity again on the back foot, because they're actually going to be team 1 in this series. They won't have the defense for that control. They're actually going to be leaving the lobby right now, but for the time being, we'll actually get to chat a little bit about who the key players for us are going to be going into the search.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't seen Centurion play since the 11 matchup, and I'm not quite sure what to expect rolling into this Search and Destroy and raid. Obviously, I'm trying to remember who they played 11 last week. Is that right? Thursday, they beat them 2-0. It was I mean, they flat backed them, right?
Massacre, yeah.
Massacre. It was. I mean, this is the Latham Reaper team for a reason, right? I'm coining that one, by the way. It is a Zim original, but I'm making it my own. Chat.
They're the Reapers, man.
They're the Reapers, man. And not only are they the Latham Reapers, but right now they're showing up against the up-and-coming team in an A too. And Simplicity, obviously, you mentioned it earlier, and I think you hit it on the head. They're streaky, right? I feel like they play up to their opponent's talents, and you know, at times they show great signs of significant improvement, and then times like last game they just kind of get tossed into the gutter and used up like a old dirty towel. Obviously that happened on that second rotation, and we start to see the adaptability for that Centurion roster. And I think the major point was them collecting all that scrap time that we referred to. They got the breaks with 40 seconds left to go on P4. Not only that, but they were able to continue to hold on onto that P4 site. So I don't know if I can give anybody an upper hand rolling in this one. I think I'm just going to have to see it play out.
I think Losty is probably the most important player right now for XI. He's going to be that sniper, I believe. More often than not, he is the sniper. He actually has a gun now, and they're going to choose to hit. And a really aggressive mid-to-kitchen hit. But no smoke is going to come out of the pillars, but the pillars won't catch it in time. They'll bail this guy up out of the kitchen. And the big question is always, not how do you get to the kitchen, but now what? What do you do after this? Where does the bomb go? Where have the kills been gotten? Now we got 2 guys left, stranded on the side, but the Swallow's going to come through. Now King's in a position where he's going to get bopped on. And now it's a 3 versus 1. Now Lethal has the sniper in his hand. Cryzo's left in the money area. Knows that the bomb is down, but he's in a 1 versus 3 position. Tough for anybody to be in. But Reckless is just on the other side of this one. Gotta give him a quick haircut right there. And Zashin will clean it up. So we gotta be careful with that push because now you've put it on the table. So that's the first round on offense. Certainly that's going to be in the back of Simplicity's head now, and they'll be looking at that. So if you are going to do that again, you want to make sure that your pillar is getting smoked off from that mid stairs. But we'll actually take a look and see what they're going to do here again. Maybe slow the pace down a little bit.
Maybe slow the pace down. Cartels, I don't think I've ever seen Mans run so fast. Environmental there. Gets the car to explode, takes down 1. Lethal. Going to be able to follow it up with the long range. And Centurion are clicking here on the attack early on. Cryzo going to be able to find the first blood. He's the only member of this team that's alive that has a kill fully. So Kings obviously has already dropped. I think he was the first blood himself. Jan and Cartel's not going to play for the 3v5 or 3v4 retake. God dang, Verdict. Come on, get your act together. Bomb's been planted. 38 seconds on the clock. Hits coming through the laundry site. It's getting shut down. Lethal getting plenty of info and damage to show for it in this one. Hey, you gotta lock and load. You gotta make something shake here. And they could barely get out without anything happening. Jan gonna be able to open up with the first blood, but he's quickly traded. As Lethal's back on it, he's gonna get dropped himself. And now with 15 seconds left to go, you've got both players on the side, but they don't have the kills to reflect. They can't get the defuse. And this is an L right here. We'll see the push come through. Reckless might be able to get some shots in, but Cartel's got the defuse.
Yeah. He got the defuse right under his nose.
Great coordination, great timing.
Cue. But I mean, that more than that's incredible trust
in your
teammates to just keep them off of you just for that period of time for you to get the defuse there. And luckily in COD Mobile, the defuse timer is a little bit less than that of what it is on console. But he's gonna get that defuse. We saw that spread though. It was a good offensive round in like the blueprint of it. We see them do it again. We're gonna put Lethal in isolation on the bottom here. This time he's gonna get picked off by the sniper. But ideally, what you're looking for with this kind of setup, you've got that bomb in a central position. You can translate it either which way, depending on where you get that first blood. Ideally, your sniper Lethal looks for and gets an opening kill. And based on where the opening kill happens, that's where often the defense is going to transition to, and you pull the bomb to the other side. But Awaken's going to get a kill on the other side. It's not going to happen that way. The sniper will go down. Now every single lane managed very cleanly by Simplicity. A big ode to those isolated gunfights from Jan and Awaken in those 1v1s. They're able to convert them. Now the bomb is in the middle of the map here. Gotta find a quick kill here. A nade will get tossed, but the entry's gonna happen right now in the kitchen. That's gonna be a 2-piece. And now the big question is now what? What are we gonna do? We got the 2-piece in the kitchen. We have to look for another one, but Jan will find that in the kitchen, and it's just going to be Veteran left alive.
Nowhere to go.
Will take him down. Yeah. Another good blueprint round there, though. This time you just gotta convert the kills.
All right, there we go. Got to convert those kills. Obviously, first 2 bloods come through. It's kind of hard to bounce back after that. And hell of an attempt there for the side of Centurion. Right now, it's Simplicity with the upper hand. Payoff round now is we're gonna buckle up for an A-side hit. Better time to hit the pool. Chuck your nades, chuck your throwables, your lethals, get it wherever you can. Jan is doused, dropped. Veteran gets the kill. Veteran gonna go ahead and hop the plant now as Cryzo is gonna be able to find one, but it's not enough to get Dashin, who is on a streak, who is finally shut down. 1v3. Bomb's already been hit over towards the B or A site. And Awaken's got to clear out all this backside room. He's already eating shots from Lossy. Ain't happening. Lossy puts an end to this one. We're tied up yet again.
I mean, I know through the course of like many mobile Mayhem seasons, we've seen these guys and we've kind of been like, yeah, it's kind of goofy. Whenever they play, they're notorious for having fun. But it's easy to forget that these guys, they were in stage 4. They played and they weren't the worst team at stage 4. They won a couple series, they won a couple maps against some decent teams. And these are guys that are experienced and have been in these positions, and in Search, that was the mode that carried them a lot through their matchups. So they're actually doing the work here. And again, Simplicity is going to give them the kitchen. I don't know how I feel about that in the context of this one, because they're actually converting a lot of this space in the kitchen. Now the gunfights are going to come out on the other side. This Jan and Co are going to get a couple kills. Now there's only one left. It's going to be Veteran, but the bomb is down in a really tough spot. Who get one and barely escape. But now it's just Jan and Awaken. What does Veteran have in his pocket? He's got a nade. Pre-fire there might give him away. But the bomb is down in front of the tree right now. Nobody with eyes on it. But once they get that audio cue, they will for sure have a good idea. Veteran's going to try to pinch the bomb site to no avail. He won't see anybody. But Jan is holding this passive tight angle, making sure that he is going to have the drop on Veteran. He'll come across, and a big gunfight now. He'll see it. He'll take the Eagle challenge on the head. He's going to have to kill one and then quickly make quick work of the other guy. But Awaken right there for the trade. And that was a good 2 versus 1 conversion for Simplicity. But you got to be careful with giving this team that kitchen space. This time they're able to allow them to run through and make it so that those gunfights go in their favor. But with a little bit more decisiveness, that could have been a little dangerous for XI. So got to be careful.
Yeah, a little bit of risk always involves a lot of bit of danger, right? Risk right here now is going to be kept to a minimal. A little bit of a conservative round. Reckless content with holding the pillar or the stairs here on the pool site. Lo and behold, Kings often rotate over to the A side himself. It has been relatively quiet here in this one. Still relatively early too, so we'll see how it progresses now. The hit over towards the B site. We're getting plenty of intel. Awaken's getting plenty of action. Finds the first. Lossy trying to get the trades. Is going to be able to get him down to 1 tick, but is not able to seal the deal. Finally able to shut him down. But the pressure coming from the backside of the laundry site has provided Cartels with some damage in. And Lossy has made his way all the way in. I don't know how he got behind enemy territory. I don't think anybody else knew it either. Surely enough, he douses one. Cartel's stuck in a corner. Wins one, but Veteran there for the trades. And things getting out of hands real quick now as we slow things down. 2 players left to go. Yawn in the middle of the map. Kings right here. Both A-side warriors making the transition over through the mid pillars. As that hit over to B has been fruitful. Yawn shuts down one, but Reckless does find Kings before he goes. It's all on Veteran. Vetrus. God dang. Yawn's going to go ahead and hop the bomb. He's going to have to take this gunny first. Veteran said, I'll take the action to you, homie. Probably shouldn't have, but it doesn't matter. Time was wasted. Time isn't going to allow for Yawn to get this one down. He's going to blow up with the bomb. I wish we'd see, like, him yeeted off of the bomb site with that animation, too. Him just standing there. Like, that's kind of an L, right?
Yeah.
Imagine him yeeted off the side of the map. God dang, that'd be so cool.
There actually might, in your settings, if you turn on ragdoll, it might happen.
Oh.
There's a ragdoll setting. I don't know if it blows up your computer on the emulator, but I have it on and there's no issue. But here comes the full side hit from the side of Simplicity. Smoke on the power position. That's exactly what you want. Now here comes the entry. Can we convert? We got Zashin and we have Reckless on the site. Entry's going to happen now. That's the first blood onto Rin. Now the site is in control for Simplicity, but the trade is through. And now we only have 2 people off site left. But you've got the conversion now. It's a 2 versus 2. All is well. You're having them trapped right now on the side, but they're actually going to opt to hit the top. Awaken's going to be in the top area. He's going to take the gunfight and miss both of those opportunities here, but Losty will convert them. And a good round there from XI. That's a good trading pattern there.
A great trading pattern. Left us down to a 2v2. Obviously, Losty wins those.
He does.
And right now, Centurion. Oh, I'm not heady. Absolutely. I mean, come on now. You feed the man if you have to, right? And you don't have to make him work for it too much, right? Just let him coast off the heady right now. We're going up for a second time around. And look at it. We got another smoke to an A-side hit. Reckless going to get traded out. Oh, my God.
He had a chance
The force. Never stood a chance. I mean, he might have been able to take one with him, but, I mean, with that many people pushing towards the A-side, it wasn't happening. One holding off the back alley, or the back lane, it's Cartels who gets dumpstered. That's right, Cartels. Eat crap. Zashin going to be able to take down Kings in the transition as well. 2 players left standing here. Bomb has been planted, but there's nobody here to hold it down but Yawn and Law, or Cryzo. Scratch that, it's just Yawn. 1-2, punch coming through. It's Veteran. Hello! We got ourselves a ball game. This one's starting to get a bit drastic here as the defense 2 times in a row going to take the advantage. And they only need 2 more to close this one out. This could very well end here abruptly as we flip sides. As we have flip sides.
We talked about it before in Europe. Like, as soon as that backside protection is down, if you have your entire team on the court, you will get swallowed. And it's really, really tough to convert any kind of position in that area. So Simplicity making errors on their path to the bomb site. You just got to have another guy on the outside. You got to have a guy watching your stairs, and you got to have a guy watching your flank. That way, your entire team isn't on the site, and you got to make sure the guys on the site are trading each other well with utility and stuff like that. But for the time being, a 2-2-1 setup right now as Reckless is on the bomb site. Holding down information so far. No information is good information, and Reckless will open 1 onto Awaken, so the alarm is going to pop up. Whoop. Somebody's in the mid-stairs area. We got that kill, so we'll take a look for other information as Kings is in the top red. Now we know that the push is actually shifting just a little bit. We can actually transition another player over there. Now more gunfight action is going to happen on that side of the map, and there goes Reckless. Soon here he's going to hop off, but the engagements are going to come through. Veteran's going to win a really nice one. He'll kill Kings as well, and Jan's now left in a 1 versus 4 position mid-map.
He's
really
in kitchen.
Position
Yeah,
to convert here. He's stuck.
Ugh. Man, gotta get this man a sandwich or something.
Yeah, he's
not
stuck.
much to do. I mean, you can sit there and you can try to make something, but once you're in there isolated, obviously perimeter gets shut down. You're surrounded on all fronts. Not a lot, nowhere to go. Not a lot to do. Right now it's yeah. This is we flipped sides and things got just really quickly out of hand. 3 rounds in a row for Centurion. They're trying to tuck this one away nice and quiet like Reckless. Holding down the cubby now. The pitter-patter of feet. There goes 1. He's good for it. But Cartels and Yawn combined for 2, and that's the powers of the push over towards the A side. Lethal and Losty now trying to make something happen. While Lethal is going to be good for the first, and that's going to prevent that bomb plant from coming down. Look at the read there on Kings. It's there, but Kings just can't lose a gunfight. I say that and I saw Losty. I don't know what the hell I watched on Kings' feed, but it was Losty running with Gung-Ho, and his gun was not ADS. It was all over the place, bro. You got to clip that. Bomb's gone down. It's a 1v2. This is for the clutch. This is for the game. This is for the series. It doesn't end here. It's not over until the side of Simplicity says it's over. And right now, they're going to extend it to another round. But literally, I got to go back and clip that. I just got to show it, man. It's like he was gung-ho, and it looked like Grizz running rampant. And surely, the kill came through, but I don't know how the hell that one went.
We're in now the identical position that Kings were in up against LG. This is the lead that they had that they ultimately lost to take off on. And,
Zashin, 3 in the feed.
Good. That's going to be Rin for 3. And Losty's on the back. He has a super important gunfight. The Cartels will step up, and he'll win that one. And now it's Kings and Cartels. This is Shaq and Kobe, the young Shaq and Kobe of this team. We got Veteran now left in the 1 versus 2 position. If you have any 2 guys that you want working together for the side of Simplicity, it's going to be your 2 best guys right now. But Kings is going to leave his guy on the side alone, and he's got to get back into a position where he can help him. Kings
don't give it away for free.
Off the heady.
Oh, no!
Don't get off the heady.
Veteran!
Extremely important gunfight now for both of them, but
Cartels he's eating bullets.
Oh, he's going to check.
Cartels! No way. Oh! We had a little bit of a rushing standoff. I don't know. Well, I mean, everybody was shooting right there.
Why do you get off the head?
Kobe clutches those, bro. I don't know what to tell you. I'm thinking Kings is Shaq, right? Because you don't want anybody planning any shots on that bomb site that's well outside of a free throw, right? You want him in the paint. Obviously, he tried to get back in. It wasn't happening. God dang, Veteran with 12. He almost iced it up. Not enough to do the deed, and this might be what could be another round if we see Simplicity shut it down. We will be heading to overtime. Zashin and Rin, or Zashin and Reckless combined for 2 in the feed, make it 3 with Veteran. But Cryzo there to get the quick trades. Now, Body's not favoring Simplicity. They gotta live by the gunny. They gotta die by it too here as they are surrounded. Zashin up top. You got Reckless on the point. You got Veteran on the prowl. This is a problem. Cryzo doesn't realize it. Zyon says, to hell with it. I'm going out without a fight. I'm putting my foot down there. Cryzo still yet to collapse. Gets the shots in on 1. Reckless not gonna get there. Veteran shutting down the push, ladies and gentlemen. No game 3s here. This one ends in a raid search or destroy 7-5 win. Damn, I wanted to see more.
Man, I mean, those rounds towards the bottom were getting scrappy. And man, like, Simplicity, they're gonna get kind of whopped off the series. And I was not expecting that at all. I definitely had the team winning the hard point to win the series, but I thought it would at least go to a control where we would see the defense prevail from that side on the slums. But XI is gonna do it in 2. And it's honestly time for us to start talking about these guys as a top 3 team right now in the league, in the season. We live in what's happened recently. You know, what have you done for me lately? And lately, you know, Simplicity is not able to convert these rounds. They're not able to convert these series. And I've got a spreadsheet that I track who's doing what. And I'll actually take a look real quick and I'll read some stuff off to you. But for the side of Simplicity, we're just gonna compare it real quick to the XI. Simplicity's first matchup, the only series that they've won, by the way, in the entire league, was Galaxia. They won the hardpoint 250-110, then they 7-0'd them on raid, won that series 2-0, and then we go and we're gonna see a trend now in the draft. The next matchup for Simplicity, that's going to be Zygnus. Again, standoff, raid. Standoff, they lost the hard point to Zygnus. Raid S&D, they lost the raid S&D 7-2. The next series against Seminole, they played the standoff hard point again, lost, and then they played the raid S&D and lost 7-1. Then they played against LG, won the standoff hard point, lost the tight takeoff, and they lost that series. So that's 3 series back-to-back that they've lost. And now they're going again into the 4th series, or I'm sorry, their 5th series of the season against XI, and the same 2 maps. Standoff, they lose, and the raid S&D again, they've lost, and it's this time 7-4. If you're Simplicity, whoever the hell is drafting these series, you gotta throw them over a bridge, get off the standoff, get the hell off the raid S&D. It's not clicking, and you gotta start changing something in your draft because you're getting exposed on this map time and time again. There's plenty of VOD material on this map for your team, and teams are dealing with you guys. This is a dangerous spot to be in, and right now they're actually going to be, I believe, 1-4 on the season in total series count.
No, you're absolutely right. You can see it right now. Centurion are certainly filling the high off of that last series as they are able to close the gap. They're in a 3-way tie for 2nd place. Fierce, Luminosity, and Centurion all sitting at 75 points. Seminole at the top of that leaderboard with 80. With Luminosity taking the day off for a bye, obviously, they didn't get a chance to get back into the booth. Obviously, they could also be tied at 80 as well, but they lost that hard point that you just mentioned against Simplicity. And where's Simplicity at? Well, they're very shy of a top 6 seed. And that team has so much talent, but again, you have to mention, you gotta widen that map pool selection. Hardpoint standoff, obviously, you've been able to perform miracles on there, but you won that only map. It took a miracle to win that one. And it was a 2-point buzzer beater, right? It was a hell of a play by Kings. I still remember that one. It was just, I was dumbfounded. Just a freak of a play. But then you got 11 who's with 55 as well as Cygnus.
Yeah. So hold on. On the other side, I'm looking at the chat right now. And I gotta give respect where respect is due, because Legacy, I know, has been putting in spreadsheet work. Like, he is drafting. And he looked at that and he was like, okay, well, these guys are not very good at these maps. They're repeatedly playing it. I'm just gonna challenge them on it. And he drafted this series for the side of XI. And again, they won it. And you gotta look again at the draft and look at the differences between their matchups. I mean, XI is 4-1 now in series count. But on their raids, they're doing really, really well. They've got a 7-2 victory, they've got a 7-3 victory, and now they have a 7-4 victory. And then their standoff as well. They're one of the teams that have played more standoff than anybody else. Standoff for XI is being converted right now against top teams. They're playing against Fierce. They beat them 250-114. They played it against 11T, 250-220. They're playing it against them. They're winning that standoff. XI is red hot right now on standoff. You can't let that go through. And if you're the side of Simplicity, you can't draft like this. On the other side, now look at the standings like you just read it. We thought going into the season after a match or two that Simplicity was going to be a top 3 team, if not better.
They're not even top 6
even
right now.
They're not top 6 right now, and it's a long climb back to a position.
It is, and I'm taking a look at the remaining of their season. Who do they have left to play? Well, next this coming up Thursday, they got Upper Echelon. Okay. Upper Echelon.
That's not a team that you can just push around.
No, it's not. No, they got Upper Echelon. The 21st, they've got 11D. The 23rd,
arguably
they've
a loss
got
right now.
Yeah, they've got Fierce on the 23rd. They got a bye on the 28th, and then they've got a matchup against Team Mobility. So they have 4 series left, and two of those are
extremely dangerous.
Extremely dangerous. The other 2, well, one of them I would say, might be hit or miss.
One of them you should win. The Mobility series you should win. They lost their best player, Nestug. He's not there anymore. The Upper Echelon, they can steal a map on you. They could beat you if you mess around. I've seen some scrims.
Hell, they took 11 to a game 3 today.
They did. But Fierce, Fierce Space looks absolutely.
Oh man, he looks like top form right now. Maybe he should retire more often.
Retire more often and come back. Everybody that's retiring coming back is playing really well.
If he retires again, I'm getting him in the casting booth with me. He's gonna do his voice apparently. So.
But yeah, they're in good form. That's Fierce. And what was the other team you said? What was the other top team? 11D.
11D. Yeah.
He is arguably the best player now.
Yeah, he's a freak, bro.
Like, how do you stop these guys? And it doesn't look good. It would be terrible if they miss playoffs.
I think it would be a missed opportunity for them because that team has potential. But as you mentioned it earlier, I think you hit it on the head, and I'll continue to drill this one in. They're streaky, and the streaky play showed up, and it didn't get the job done. Not in the hard point by a mile. They got so severely outplayed on that second set of hills. It was a dead even tie going into P1 reset. It's like 101 to 99. And Centurion just brought the gauntlet, and obviously Simplicity weren't ready for all that. What to do some VOD, but they have to do some VOD. I don't coach anybody, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I get Shotzi comes in the VC when I'm doing mosh, but he's like, see, this is why you're the GOAT, Verdict. This is why you should be coaching. I'm like, bro, what do you want me to coach you to tier 3? I'm not coaching anything. I'm not good. Don't let this this good voice fool you. It's not good for it's empty, my guy. It's empty. We're gonna get geared up for a raid. We're gonna get you geared up to send you over to somebody else. Obviously, we are done here for the night. Zim, I gotta thank you for stepping in and filling in. His Gil couldn't finish up the rest of the series. He had I don't know what it is. He had internet and all of his whole. Well, I think it was his internet in total. I don't know if his power went out.
Yeah, they said something happened over there with the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, like even his sister who lives like right down the road. Oh, his power went out too. Damn, that's tough, bro. I hope he's all right. Hope he's all right. Everybody, send your thoughts over to Gil. Obviously, it's just a power outage, right? Well, you never know nowadays, man. Things get crazy.
That comes from power outages.
Yeah.
Somebody please check on that, man.
Yeah,
my power went out the other day, and I didn't know what to do. I was stuck in my room for 5 minutes, and I was like, "What is happening?"
I'm Sam. I'm Sam. All right.
5 minutes. No Wi-Fi.
Oh damn. We're gonna get you guys geared up for a raid. We'll catch you next time. Until then, laters, guys.